Welcome to Talltale Tavern, the monthly one-shot adventure TTRPG podcast. I am your tavern master, Kyle. Joining me at the bar this month is Bones, known as Bones on the internet. Dropped the podcasting for min-maxing. Bones, say hello.
Hey.
Nice to have you.
Thank you.
We have Tyler Adelsperger, a coffee-addicted middle school English teacher, constantly role-playing at life. Tyler, how are you this evening?
Hello.
Yes, that's good. He had strict instructions not to say anything but hello for this. So good job. We have Brooke, school psychologist and cosplay nerd. Welcome, Brooke. Welcome
Hello.
back, I should say, to everybody. And then our podcast producer and the man desperate to be anyone but himself, Scott. Welcome back, Scott. So.
Don't call me that. Please. Only refer to me in character from now on.
Oh, yes, Malter. But welcome back. This is our part 2 of our story of Diselderly Conduct, and I'm excited to see where this all goes. And so start with the good, nice recap. As you all may recall, our group of retired mercenaries are at it again. Malter, the Durger Ranger who can't see. Zaz, the Bard Satyr who can't hear. Dekks, the half-orc barbarian fighter who can't walk without his cane, and Aura Rain, the Air Genasi cleric who is sick of healing. This group, known as Zaz and the Three Pals, gathered for a 20-year reunion and were enlisted to help a local farmer, Barley Benson, track down his family who had apparently been taken by a Lord Ritus. The adventurers debated on what they remembered about Lord Ritus, as he was a figure from their past, and sort of ended on the facts being that he was a bad man in a castle. He had dark hair, a pale face, a charming smile, and they eventually killed him with a stake through the heart. Notable events included from last session: Malter thinking he was in the bathroom and peeing in a kitchen sink next to the tavern owner's boyfriend, Bill. Aura trusted some kids a little too much and got her coin purse stolen. Dekks expertly dodged the monster's attacks as well as Malter's crossbow bolts by having to duck, I think, multiple times. And Zaz banishing a corpse flower to hell and pointedly healing himself in front of Aura. Now, this month's storyteller in the Talltale Tavern, the storyteller for this story, the human male wearing the jean overalls, a large straw hat, sporting a thick brown mustache, continues the tale of Diselderly Conduct. We return to the castle garden just outside the looming structure in the distance. The corpse flower and garden gnomes from hell have been defeated. The red sun is setting as the day begins to come to a close. The courtyard is relatively clear, except for the remains of the deathly corpse flower and the loot of the dead bodies it contains. All around you is the thick foliage of Venus flytraps, a stark difference from the roses that Malter had meant to plant with his plant growth spell. The day grows darker, and the castle looms close by to the north. What would you guys like to do?
Well, we
I think we
ended
can
on
get
do we rest or resting?
One more good short rest for good measure, just to
Maybe just
fully
thrust another
rest,
one in there.
yeah.
I've been thinking about it. Now, I can't get rid of the plants with magic, but maybe a controlled burn of some sort. Does anyone have a box, a tinder, some flames?
Dekks holds up his flaming cane sword.
That'll work, right? Yeah. That torch you're holding, that'll be good.
What do you want it, mate?
I don't know, burn the field. Do it.
Dekks just starts poking some grass, see if we can start a controlled burn.
So you start and you swipe, and you are swiping some of the Venus flytraps, and they are burning, but these are like these are live plants, so it's not like dead brush that immediately explodes with fire right away.
It's taking a lot of swings to chop it down rather than actually burn it.
Are you going, toward the castle? Or are you trying to just clear a little spot right now?
Dekks realizes it probably makes more sense to go towards the castle after he just cleared out a nice little spot in this courtyard. But yeah, I think we could start. I'll lead the way, chop through using dual scimitars.
Nice. Okay.
Is there any reason to check these bodies for anything, I would ask?
Like IDs for their next of kin?
I was thinking maybe they had some, potions or fun herbal medicines that maybe we could find.
And we do seem to be short on potions today, so
that's
they brought along their own.
Yeah, Aura left hers at home, so that could be a good idea.
I don't.
The bodies we have are
potions. Just for the record, again.
So would you like to loot the bodies? Is someone?
Are these bodies of the hell gnomes? Is that what we have in front of us, or was there more?
There is the flower, right? That corpse flower. There's just various things you can see that it's consumed, including the decrepit bodies and whatnot. And so there is some lootable lootness to the area. Lootness? There's lootness to the area.
There's lewdness?
Loot.
Zaz would absolutely, while this controlled air quotes around it, since this is audio only, would absolutely he's just gonna sit back and take a look at these bodies and see if there's anything worth pilfering.
Okay, so go ahead and roll an investigation for looting. The corpse flower. We'll say you're just kind of looting the big corpse flower that's on the ground.
That is a 17.
A 17. Well, you do a good job looting. You take your time going through these nasty corpses. You find a lot of old armor, old the sword and axe. Nothing really usable. It's kind of just rusted and nasty. You do find about 40 gold in total with all of the corpses. You can see some are seem to have been maybe adorned with some more fancier armor that's now been destroyed essentially. And as you're looting kind of the final body, you see a piece of paper kind of stuck in between a shirt and an exposed rib, and you take it out and realize that the paper's kind of destroyed, but there is a rolled up kind of a spell scroll in there, and you take that out. And it says on the front, there's a bow on it that just says, "In case of emergency." And you open it up, and it is a spell scroll that says origami skull on it.
Ooh. Well, I will just tuck this away for later and hold on to it and see if it might be of use as we go. And I will, of course, divvy up the gold fairly and give 5 to all of my pals here. And pocket whatever remains in my my bag of holding.
Malter takes the 5. Yeah, he's gonna take the 5, but he's gonna try to discreetly use his glasses to make sure it's real and that Zaz didn't give him a fake one. But he doesn't want anyone to see that he's using his glasses because he doesn't want to admit that he needs them.
Good.
Yeah. Surprisingly looks real.
So you guys are kind of surrounded. Dekks is kind of swiping his way through the Venus flytraps up at the to the north. Are you kind of wanting to move on? Were you going to say you're going to take a rest of some sort here? What are you guys thinking at this point?
Oh yeah, if we didn't count our short rest that we were going to take before, we definitely probably want to pop a short rest in. Just a quick one.
Okay.
What's old farmer boy doing?
Yeah, so Barley's up in front. So Barley, the father of the family that his family has been taken. He's at the front, kind of standing behind Dekks as he's swiping, very eager. And he looks back and sees you guys kind of starting to sit down a little bit and like rest. Mm-hmm. He says, guys, are we heading on?
Nodding off? What?
Are we? Guys, it looks like the castle's up to the north.
We all what?
Do you guys need a breather? I mean, I guess
Just
you are kind of old.
If you're
Just
offering, we could always,
quick.
partake in some wine and just sit back and enjoy this wonderful, wonderful flora and fauna that has been created.
All right. Yeah, that's good. Whatever. Yeah, great.
I had more to say. That's fantastic.
I could use a drink to settle my nerves, I think. Help steady my hand. Having trouble aiming today. I think my hands are just a little shaky. Maybe a quick glass.
Yeah, that's probably it. It's certainly not the fact that you can't see 10 feet in front of you.
You watch it, Barley.
So Barley, he sees you point to the wrong person and say you watch a Barley. Whatever. He sticks his pitchfork down in the ground and kind of like and sits down, finds a small. Actually, he sits down on one of the benches in this garden and just kind of rests while you guys take your hour short rest. And so,
Aura just checks in on him. He almost died. How are you feeling, Barley? I assume you don't get up to this very often.
Whatever you did to me was great. I feel 100%.
Good. I'm glad. Thank you for that.
Well, thank you for the healing. I guess I was pretty out there. So
yeah, you were. It was a close call, but I'm glad you're feeling good.
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I think I don't know, these guys, they're this group that this Lord Ritus and his female companions of sort. I'm not sure they seemed quick, but I think we might have a chance. I think I sure hope we do.
I think so too.
Barley, my friend, you never told us, is there any reason that your family would have been targeted by this Lord Ritus, who I'm fairly certain we killed at one point?
I have no idea. I was able to see them being dragged away from the campsite. I was able to follow them without being seen. I don't know if they want to. I don't know what they want to do to him.
Are you sure they were dragged away and not running away?
My family?
Seems like a miserable life out here.
What are you trying to say?
Sometimes it's hard to see what's happening, is all I'm saying.
You're saying I don't provide for my family?
The agricultural life is not for everyone, my friend.
My family loves the lifestyle. They love it. We're farm people.
Well, you are. That's for sure. Yeah.
It could be that they needed some bodies for some sacrifices or something like that.
Sacrifices?
Let's hope it's not that, but that's just one idea.
Yeah, that's a pretty common one. Yeah, sacrifices.
We've seen it 100 times, if not 1,000 times.
He like puts his hands on his knees and he is gonna roll for Constitution real quick to see. Oh, it looks like he is pretty nauseated, but he does not throw up. So,
well, that's good.
It's okay, Barley. They may also be keeping them alive as like a source of, if we think they're vampires, yes.
Yeah, and sometimes the sacrifices have to happen at a certain time of day, so it could be way later.
Oh yes, is there a full moon coming?
What,
it would
like
definitely
midnight?
be. Midnight were
Midnight's pretty common. Yeah, that's a good
time
one.
for a
Planet
sacrifice.
Okay, are we done with this rest? Are you guys good with your? Are you guys feeling good?
I mean,
I haven't felt good in like 30 years, but I feel good enough for this.
Well, let's get going here soon, okay? Like,
Barley,
what do you need to do?
Will you help me up? Just.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
You're on the.
I'm just sitting on the ground.
Yeah.
This is just a little boost.
So, yeah, he helps you up from the.
Just stand up. Yeah, thought I was old.
All right.
All right.
I just want to calm your nerves, Barley. We get to those sacrifices at least 4 out of 10 times before they're all dead.
You keep saying sacrifices like it's gonna happen.
It's just our best bet of what is happening. The second we find out more, we can use that information and rephrase our knowledge. But for the moment, it's likely to be a sacrifice. Or food, like Zoz said. It could be food. They could be used for food.
Have you guys ever, told anybody bad news before? Is this your first time, telling somebody that their family might be food or sacrifices?
This is normally about how people take it. Yes, no, absolutely. You are taking it as well as anyone could be expected.
I tell you, these younger generations are so sensitive about stuff like their families being sacrificed at midnight.
It's not that big of a deal. Everyone does it. I mean, come on.
It happens all the time.
He turns around. He goes and kneels back down on the yeah, you see him actually kneel on the bench and get into a prayerful form, and you can overhear him kind of struggling a bit, but kind of muddling through a prayer of sorts. So
I think Dekks is gonna pick up on this guy really actually pretty shaken, and he's not so stupid that he doesn't realize it. Dekks knows he's been through some crazy things and came out on the other side, and other people just don't have that experience. So he's gonna go pat Barley on the shoulder and just kind of quietly lean down and be like, "Look, Barley, mate, we had a tussle back there in the courtyard with that plants and whatever, but look at you, you're standing, you're healthy. Aura, she'll take care of your family if anything happens. That's what she does. Now, you're perfectly healthy, right? So whatever happens, sacrifices, food, maybe they're just trying to make new friends, we'll figure it out, all right? Your family, they'll be fine. They could be not fine right now, but we'll make it so. So just toughen up a little bit, all right? Let's get this done."
He nods his head a little bit and stands up and says, "Thank you." And he kind of
Malter's having that same
away.
Malter's having that same conversation, but with a Venus flytrap that he thinks. Barley.
Say something really nice, none of us hear it.
That's awesome. Great. Okay, so the sun is pretty much set at this point. I mean, it is set. It's been an hour since sunset, so it is dark. Do you guys all have some sort of dark vision?
I do.
Well, Malter might mechanically, but
yeah. Mechanically, I have 150 feet of dark vision.
You're a darker.
So I am not being impeded any extra by the darkness, I guess.
Yeah, it might actually be better. All your other senses can be heightened now that it's dark.
Now that it's not so bright, I can see pretty clearly. And
yeah, Dekks Whitewater's a half orc. I'm good on that.
Zaz will be using his light cantrip to illuminate probably his loot that's on his that he kind of has on his person, and using it as sort of a torch of sorts to help him see in this darkness.
Good. So are you guys making your way forward to the castle?
Yeah.
Great.
Yep.
Well, you
weed whacking.
Yep. Dekks is in front, weed whacking, and as you guys are walking through the courtyard, you do notice there's kind of a bigger root that sticks out. Looks like kind of a larger vine of a Venus flytrap. It's a little. It's one that Dekks kind of stepped over and missed and kept swiping. But as all of you cross over, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw going over this vine.
Wow.
So
it's in my name, and with advantage, I rolled a 7.
A 7?
Yeah, that's a 4 and a 2 on the dice.
So Dex, you immediately. What's your dexterity modifier? Isn't it
+3.
Oh, jeez. So you trip on the vine and you fall into the Venus flytraps, and you take one D4 of piercing damage as the Venus flytraps kind of bite at you. They're not like super large ones, but they're kind of big, and you fell into a mess of them. So.
Oh, good.
How much damage?
Miraculously.
Oh, actually, should I roll the damage? Yeah, I should roll the damage.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do the damage for the. You take 2 points of piercing damage. Who's next in the walking line?
Yeah, well, I can be behind. I got an 11.
11? And you are able to step over the vine, actually. And so you step over it, but like you're a little bit off balance, so I need you to make another dexterity check because you are a fall risk. This is an easier DC than stepping over it, but we'll just see if you really can't get your footing.
That's a 7.
A 7. Okay. So you still are able to do it. You still are able to step over the vine. You are like, you do stumble a bit. Like you really almost fall into the Venus flytraps, but you're able to get the lightheadedness kind of comes to a rest, and the spinningness of the world settles as you gain your footing and keep going.
She just does that thing where she like stays still for a second and is like wobbly, and then she's like trying to play it off. She doesn't want anyone to notice. It's fine.
Malter effortlessly senses the plants because he, helped create them. I got a 26 on my dexterity saving throw, but I would like to specifically bump into Aura while she is wobbling after I walk over the plants.
Okay. Well, if you bump into her again, Aura, you're going to have to make another dexterity check.
That's fair. That's fair. Here we go.
Like triple disadvantage.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a nat 20,
Wow.
but I do have a -1, so it's a 19.
A 19,
Wow.
Great. Yeah.
Crit 19.
You feel him bump into you, and you are firm on your feet. So, do you respond to any of the bumping at all?
I just look at him. What does his face look like? Like, I have a pretty good insight. Like, do I have a feeling if he did that on purpose?
Certainly not on purpose by Malter.
Yeah, with your passive insight, I guess. If you want to roll for insight to see if he did it on purpose, you can roll for insight real quick.
Sorry about that, Barley.
Insight. Oh yeah, I have a +9, so that's 17.
A what?
17.
17. Yes. So, what did you intend to do it? I guess is.
I intended to do it, but Malter did not intend to do it. If that makes sense.
So Malter, you see a genuine
He doesn't.
If she's wobbling, I can't see at all. If I'm behind her, I can tell the plants are there. Yeah.
I just kind of let him go ahead so that I know he won't bump me anymore, and then it's fine. I don't say anything. It's cool.
Good. And Zaz, what was your role on that save throw?
As a satyr, I'm very dexterous, even in my old age, and so I rolled a 27. And I would like to gracefully leap over it and do a little huzzah at the end.
Wonderful.
Behind Zaz is Malter and Aura, like wobbling and stumbling over each other with like Dekks lying on his back and Zaz standing there just perfectly posed.
And that, Barley, is why they called us Zaz and his 3 pals.
There it is.
The man does have a lot of pizzazz. I'll give him that.
And
maybe that's what we were called.
Pizzazz. The Pizzazz pals.
Ooh.
So Dekks gets up and continues his swiping, I would assume, after dusting off his pants. And
annoyingly just shoving my way back to the front of the group, like, get out of my way.
And you continue to hack through the Venus flytraps, and you walk up to the castle. And so what you see before you, standing among the tallest, oldest trees that you've seen, is a thin, jet black castle. 2 tall spires stand adjacent to a large portal, above which is a large circular stained glass window that faintly glows a blood red. Below this, in the portal, is what appears to be a location for a door. However, no door exists, only a large, double-wide, about 7 to 8 foot tall mirror.
A mirror.
Mirror?
I think there's about 5 enemies waiting to ambush us up here.
They are
You want to roll for
very
perception? or
old,
not?
and one is very handsome.
Oh, you're looking in the mirror. I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. I don't know why I didn't catch that. There's 5. So you walk up. I guess walk up to the mirror and see, and are looking into the mirror and seeing you 5.
Yeah.
It's us, Malter. It's a mirror.
Ah, of course. I knew it. Who's Amir? Is he with us?
No, that's Barley, mate. Barley.
Right. Mm.
Do you think this might be a magic
I'm
door?
like putting. You think it's a door?
It's a. Do you want to? Yeah, Marley, go
Touch it?
Go touch it.
Did you say Barley?
Barley?
Me? Yeah.
Or Marley.
Barley, go touch it.
Oh, okay. And he goes and he touches it. It's warm. That's what he says.
A warm mirror, you say?
Warm.
But, like, is it solid?
And he kind of like knocks at it. And it's like, he kind of knocks at it harder. And like, for those of you who can hear, so everybody but Zaz, like, you don't hear like the normal like sound of hitting a glass window, or anything like that. Like it's like muffled. It doesn't sound right.
Huh. All right, Aura goes up and just kind of, can I just like take a close look at it, like see, without touching it, just kind of see like, do I get any like magic-y vibes from it or anything?
You could do it. You could do a
check.
Well, that would be, you could do like an Arcana check for like a magically vibes check.
I want to do a magically vibes check, please. That's a 13.
13. You definitely like sense that there is something about this that is like, it's not a normal mirror.
It's magic, guys. It's a magic mirror.
Yes. Well, then I would like to ram into it with my horns.
Okay.
Head first.
Okay.
Eyes closed. Can't lose.
Okay, make a attack roll with your horns.
W key, baby.
That's a dirty 20 to attack.
A dirty 20, great. So you ram at it, and I guess go ahead and roll your damage.
4 damage.
4 damage? Okay. So you do 4 damage to it. So basically you go and you ram it, and as you ram the mirror, it's like this nostalgia like hits you in a weird way, and you're taken back to like when you were a kid and play fighting with other satyrs and like kind of like, using your horns against others. You felt the impact of horn on horn as you hit the mirror.
I relay that information to my crew. My pals.
Horn on horn?
So, I have the sense that I actually hit myself when I ran into the mirror. Very strange. Like horn on horn, it's a very jarring smash. And it was very strong and powerful because it was me.
Didn't seem to do anything to the mirror, as far as I can tell. Should I shoot it?
Well, then I have nothing. Someone shoot it.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot it.
Okay. Go ahead.
Just aim in its general direction. 15 to hit.
15. Hold on one second. So you shoot your arrow, your heavy crossbow bolt at it, and it like kind of glances off, so it doesn't hit.
Did I get it?
Nothing, mate.
But it seemed like from our perspectives, it did hit the mirror. Like, but then glanced off.
Yes. From just watching an arrow hit it hit the mirror and like felt like a metal on metal hit with like the like tips of the arrow. So like makes like a clang noise. What if I put the crossbow
right against the mirror and fire so it miss?
So you want to like?
Got any other ideas? Just point blank it up against the mirror and fire.
Go for it.
Oh God!
Let's try again. That's a 25 this time.
Yes, so that exceeds its AC. Okay. So yes, you do. You do hit. So roll damage.
Ooh, that's good damage. That's 19 damage to this mirror.
19 damage. And you can see like it does like crack a little bit, and like and it's starting to look. It looks a little bit distorted, but you'd expect like a normal mirror to really like shatter at that point, but it like does take quite a bit of damage.
Does it change our reflection at all as we're
slightly, but like less than you'd think? So it's like you still like are able to mostly see your reflections, even though like the cracks, like it doesn't warp your image like too terribly much, but it does warp it a bit.
Dekks, why don't you take a whack at it?
Well, I'm thinking we keep hitting it, but you're saying you get the same sensation back rather than shooting a blank wall or ramming into a wall. Like you said you felt horns.
And Barley goes, and he like touches it again, and he's like, feels like touching my own hand.
Yeah.
What if we try to... Well, what if what's on the other side of what we're seeing is really there? Dekks is gonna go up and try to like grab his own hand and see if he can like pull it.
So you like grab your own hand, like and,
yeah. Is there any way that I can like almost like a handshake?
Pull yourself through.
I've always wanted to kiss myself.
So your intent is to like, is it just to like try and grasp like through the mirror a little bit?
Yeah, I want to see if I am making contact, can I sort of invite myself in?
So you
like grab yourself and pull.
So as you walk up to the mirror and you kind of like extend your hand out, and as you like touch your hand, you can see that you're able to shake your own hand, and the figure in the mirror, which is you, gives you a nod and kind of stands and beckons you in.
I think I just look back at everyone kind of like, okay, and I'll see if I can now proceed at my own invitation.
And you step forward and are able to step through the mirror. Do you want to peek in, go all the way through, and you're able to go all the way through?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Great. So Dekks walks through. Everybody else is still on the other side of the mirror. So.
Malter thinks the door's open now and just tries to walk through the mirror.
Tries to walk through the mirror. You do run straight into the mirror, and it feels like you ran into yourself.
Get out of the way, buddy.
No, Malter. Malter. No.
Huh? What?
You have to put your hand out like you're gonna grab someone's hand. Just imagine. Just go. Just go. It's okay.
This guy's being a real prick, though.
So
he usually is, Just go with it.
And you're able to shake your own hand. The Malter in the mirror stands and allows you through.
Terrible handshake.
Steps through. Good.
Well, Zaz is going to attempt. He's going to walk up to it, and instead of shaking his hand, he's going to attempt to embrace himself and try to like hold, like give himself a hug. Something he's needed for a long time.
Yeah. So you walk up to the mirror and you put out your arms, and you see your mirror image does the same. And as you walk up to the mirror, the mirror image looks at you and swarmingly just gives you a big hug, and you stand in that embrace for a second. A tear goes down your eye as well as the mirror figure, and you stay there for a good beat, and then slowly let go of your embrace, and you are inside the castle.
I finally learned to love myself.
I turn.
That's what he was lacking.
I turned to Barley, and you see how he just stepped right in front of me? I was right there. I was right at the mirror. He just walked. It's whatever. Okay.
I call through the mirror, Aura, do you plan on coming through, or are you stuck? Did you not figure it out, Aura?
What's taking her so long?
I have no idea.
Barley goes, so I shake my own hand and go in? Okay. And he
Go ahead.
And he shakes his own hand and walks through. So...
Man,
God damn it,
Barley, is Aura having problems? Is Aura not figuring it out, Barley?
Or it takes a second by yourself to just collect. Akadi, give me strength. And then she goes in the mirror.
Great, good. All
the
right.
reflection aura is like, I get it.
Yeah.
Aura,
as you step through the mirror door, you are struck by a cool, dry air. The foyer is dimly lit by flickering torches, casting eerie shadows across the rough-hewn stone walls. The air is heavy with the scent of age and decay, and the silence is broken only by the sounds of your own footsteps echoing on the stone floor. You move cautiously forward and enter the great room. As you enter, you are struck by the grandeur and intimidation of the space. The ceiling is high and vaulted, with massive chandeliers hanging overhead, casting a warm glow across the room. The walls are adorned with ancient tapestries and paintings. Their faded colors and ominous imagery seems to come to life in the flickering light. The floor is made of polished stone, and you can feel the coolness of it beneath your feet. There are 4 freestanding columns on either side of the hall. In the center of the great hall is a very large, directly in front of you, very large iron cage. Through the thick bars, you see a middle-aged woman, a teenage boy, and a younger teenage girl. Julia! Barley cries out and starts to run towards the cage.
Or follows closely behind.
This weird. Where are we running
Well,
at?
I'd call that a mission success.
And so...
I think we can go.
As he gets about 10 feet before the cage, suddenly 2 humanoid women with gray skin, tattered clothes, and dark black hair leap down from 15 feet up on 2 columns, from the 2 columns in front of you, and grab his arms. He struggles for a second before falling to his knees. Ritus! Where are you? I've done what you want, now release my family! You hear a voice
Hold on.
coming from the opposite end of the hall. About 30 feet up, you see a balcony and a vampire with dark red hair. His suit is dark red with black trim walks forward. Barley, Barley, Barley. It seems the patriarch of the Benson family has prevailed. Unexpected, but appreciated. You let my family go. Soon enough, Barley, soon enough. But first, why don't you introduce me to your friends? You know damn well who they are. Well, I know who they are, but do they know who I am?
Well, you're not Ritus because he's a tabaxi.
Yeah. Is that your wife? Her voice is not what I expected.
Do any of us, do we recognize him?
Yeah, what does he look like?
He's got dark. He's kind of far away, but what you see is like some dark red hair, red suit. You don't recognize him.
Mm-hmm.
And he.
Is that the werewolf?
I can't smell him, so I don't know if it is Lord Ritus, but again, I'm fairly sure we killed him.
That guy has red hair. He definitely had long, dark hair. does dye him. Or he dyed his hair. Which I
Barley,
guess
what is this about, mate? What have you dragged us around for? Who is this guy?
He looks back and Barley says, "It's Lord Ritus." And Ritus from above, he goes, "Oh, no. Firstly, Lord Ritus was my father. Call me Arthur. My father was a great man, an accomplished leader and head of the Ritus household for centuries. 40 years ago, you lot decided it was time to prematurely end his reign. You murdered my father. You murdered my mother, my brothers, my sisters. But there was one coffin you forgot to check. Mine. When I awoke, my family was dead. It took me decades to recover from that loss. What is a vampire without his family? It's time for the Ritus name to be feared once again. So here's what's going to happen." Ritus walks slightly over to the side of the balcony and pulls a lever, like a chain on the wall. Above the iron cage, a large brazier containing a pile of red and hot white coals descend from the ceiling. "Chrysanthemum will be taking Barley downstairs. If any of you move or try anything, I will burn the Benson family alive." Barley looks shocked and he struggles for a second. "What? We made a deal!" He says, "And I will be honoring that deal, my dearest Barley. The deal that if you brought me the murderers of my father, I would release your family. I said nothing about releasing you." And one of the vampire spawn women grab Barley and start dragging him towards the back of the room, towards the balcony.
Am I close enough? Like, I was, like, right behind him. Can I try and, like... I'm gonna hit her with my sword.
Are we not going to talk about that Kyle named the villain Arthritis?
And there's a giant brazier coming down from the
Brazier.
ceiling.
It's a brazier. You are so you're
I'm
about
not
10
too
feet
mad about-
away. So
I'm not too mad about Barley getting escorted out. Like,
No.
you can have him.
Yeah, Aura, you guys are about like a little bit farther than like 5 feet away from him because he did run
so I
forward
couldn't necessarily hit her
to the
with
cage.
my
They'll,
sword.
they'll burn the kids. Don't try to do anything. Right?
And so,
all right.
so Barley
It's not their
struggles.
fault their dad's a prick.
And you see the woman taking him towards the balcony and through a door at the end of the hall that leads downward some stairs that's dark. And Arthritis addresses you all. "Benson family, thank you for coming, but the hour is getting late and I must call our social evening to a close. Please exit through the front door and don't let any of the rats out. Violetta, please show our guests the way." And the other vampire woman takes out an iron key and turns the lock on the cage, and the family walks out. The boy and girl look back towards the stairs leading downward at the end of the hall, and Julia, the wife, firmly turns their heads forward and leads them out. The young girl lets out a cry and wipes her blonde hair to the side of her face where it's been stuck from the tears. The teenage boy, brown hair, thick eyebrows, and patchy peach fuzz brown mustache, walks by you with a stunned look on his face, trying to keep it together. Julia, they're kind of walking kind of almost directly through you guys, and Julia looks over to Zaz and she says, "Please save my husband." And I'm not sure you really heard that.
Don't.
What'd
do
you
you
say,
want me
mate?
to roll for perception?
Yeah,
Did
roll
I
for
hear it?
perception. Yeah, go ahead, just roll for perception. We'll call it a DC 12 if you heard it.
I rolled a 16
Jesus.
plus 10. So
Plus
that's
10.
doing
Maybe
great.
saved.
Maybe to
Then I
make
will-
that DC
then I
a
will-
little harder.
Yeah. Well,
my dear,
obviously
we
with your
will-
bad hearing, you have to have disadvantage on hearing on that.
Oh,
So you,
good point.
You should
Good
definitely
point.
have disadvantage on
Fantastic point.
But he can lip read, we all know.
I rolled a 9 plus 10 for a 19.
that. Okay, it's fine. It's easy DC.
Maybe I can read her lips. My dear, we will of course save the man who betrayed us and absolutely set us up in order to, I don't know, avenge some bastard's family who I can barely remember, apparently. But absolutely, we'll do our best to save him.
Yeah, don't worry,
You're beautiful,
lady.
by the way. You're beautiful. If you do become single, let me
Oh
know.
my god, right now? Right now?
Big sword whacks Zaz in the back of the head.
Oh my gosh!
I wouldn't
have you
worry
roll
too much,
for a-
lady.
Why would that even be
Did
a
you hear
roll
his
for-
speech? Oh, sorry. You go.
I don't think that she's in the right mindset to take any sort of passes. So she continues, and Violetta shoves the family out from behind you through the mirror door, which doesn't really have the same mirror-ness to this side, right? It's kind of more like opaque and gray. She shoves her through and takes a step back, and clang, smash, these iron bars slam shut over the door, sealing the escape. And Violetta crawls up on the ceiling and kind of crawls toward the middle of the room. And Arthuritis looks at you all and says, "Now, where were we? Oh yes, my throat is getting a little bit sore, so let's keep this simple. I'm very excited to watch you all die."
Could you speak up? I'm a little hard of hearing.
yes,
I
yes.
just need just a little louder, son.
"I'm very excited to watch you all die." And you hear
Just
a...
little-
Didn't you say... Wait, hold on a second.
Tiniest bit
young
louder,
man.
son.
Don't worry, Zaz. I'll talk to him.
All right.
Now, didn't you say we killed your whole family, and now we're supposed to be worried about one of you? I don't understand your plan at all, buddy. And I turned to Zaz like, he doesn't know about the backup, the 4 guys we left behind at the door.
What's your response to that?
Did he even hear it?
I didn't even
Yeah.
hear it. That's a good point. What?
Exactly.
Malter, I don't really know who you're talking about. What? Four men?
Yeah, the guys that... Well, the guys that let us in the door, that were blocking the door.
And
Malter,
Arthur goes,
those were mirror visions of us.
Mere visions, but I felt them. They couldn't just be mere visions.
Mirror, my friend. Old age has not been kind to you. We really should talk about this whole time prison thing. And maybe now's a good time to discuss it.
Yeah, Modest, if you could just give us a minute. Our friend's going through something at the moment.
he goes, Malter, is that you? Yeah, Arthur says, and he says,
Well, you know, it's a funny story, Arthur, because I actually was sentenced to the time prison for avenging my own father, who was murdered by some elves who betrayed him when I was working as a spy. I managed to find the high elf who was responsible for it, and I killed him, but turns out you kill a high elf, they throw you in time prison. What are you gonna do?
That's wonderful, Malter. I'm sure that's interesting to someone, but not to me. I would like to ask, if you do need to use the restroom, please don't use the sink this time. And he kind of like flashes a look,
Gasp!
like looks, and like you can see like just like a little bit of a mirror of an image of Bill from the tavern from earlier.
Bill.
I didn't see shit,
the guy
personally.
Yeah.
It's Bill, but it wasn't actually Bill. It was this guy, but it's fine.
Anyways, I'm very excited to watch you all die, and you hear a grating sound from the hall. You can't really figure out where it is, but you see from the left a waist-high, hellish-looking canine with piercing red eyes, a glowing red chest, and a mouth with smoke billowing outside of it jump out. And to the right, you see a large dog with 2 heads. This one more wolf-like in appearance, with shaggy black hair and sharp teeth and claws. And Violetta drops down in front of the cage and looks to you and chuckles. And the dogs move to attack. Oh, did you have something to say, Sauce?
I would like to attempt to charm monster.
Okay, initiative is starting. So
God.
everyone roll for initiative.
Woo.
I was hoping I could get in before, but
A natural 1, those are good, right? Or no, it's a 7, not a 1, thank God. Oof. I can't see
Hey, I
either.
also rolled a
apparently.
7. And I have a -1, so that's a 6.
All right. Mine's actually 15. 7 plus 8. I should have just said that.
I got 21.
21. Nice. What was yours, Aura?
6.
6?
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Because she's the healer, so she's going to deal with the 6.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
You're on fire.
First
tonight.
is
You are on fire.
Dekks,
Well,
you're
that's
up.
just from the Venus flytraps earlier. The controlled burn.
Did you get Zaz's 12?
Yeah, it actually, when you roll it in
You could see it? Okay.
in D&D Beyond, it
Oh, so I should
auto-populates on my encounter. It's amazing.
I should stop lying about my rolls. Got it.
Shit.
Another nat 20.
That's what your character would do.
It's absolutely what Zaz would do.
All right, Dekks, you're up. And then it's Malter will be next, eventually.
Well, I didn't want to interrupt that, terrifying speech to do some mechanical nonsense, but Dekks activated his flame sword while that speech was happening because he's just ready to go. And the second dog wasn't as fiery, is that correct? Was it a little different than the
Yep,
first?
on the
Or they
right,
both-
there's a dog with 2 heads on the right, and the one on the left is like a fire hellhound.
Right, okay. I'm going to go for the 2-headed dog, and I'm going to go into a rage. And I believe I can move pretty fast on my first turn when I go into a rage. So unless he's like further than 50 feet, I should be.
Nope, this is a decently, so the dimensions of the space, it's actually kind of narrow. It's like about 25 feet wide, and then Lord Ritus, he's above on a balcony about 30 feet up, about 40 feet away. So, and
Okay.
then the dogs are within within 15 feet of you all right now.
Okay. Yeah, with a grunt as a burst of speed would otherwise just really hurt the knee, Dekks just ignores that pain completely and is going to swing at this 2-headed dog with his flaming cane sword.
Good.
I'll attack recklessly, so I have advantage. That's a crit, baby.
A crit, oh good.
A natural 19, but the champion fighter lets me crit on 19s. Let's roll some damage. Oh, I gotta do math. That
Bust out the
is
calculators.
36.
36 points of damage.
18 of it was fire damage. Yes, 36 total.
Good.
Its speed is reduced by 10 feet. Not that it's gonna go anywhere fast.
So you go up and you swing it at the dog with this first swing. You lop off one of its heads.
Hell yes.
With
Let's
that crit.
go. Second swing. Not a crit, but a 27 to hit.
That hits.
For 18 damage.
18 damage. What do you want to do to this 2-headed dog that has no chance
Hell yeah.
in hell against
We'll
your,
say for
your
flavor,
crits.
for flavor that the second swing was with his gaudy, jeweled, shiny scimitar, and it was just 2 sort of crossbody swings almost simultaneously to just lop both heads off, and they fall to both sides of it. And Dekks just lets out a little roar, not a full scream, but just a fight through the pain as he just decapitates this doggo.
Yep, you take off both heads of the thing, and with a whimper, it's gone. It's gone.
Point my sword at the vampire spawn, but that's gonna be my turn.
And yeah, so you are right there. He sees that you have Lord Ritus looks to you as you have gone up to the dog and killed it, and he reaches behind himself and he pulls a lever, and the giant chandelier that's directly above you falls, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Sweet. All right, let's do better than that last one. Not much better. 10?
A 10 on the dex save? You are unable to get away from it, and you take as that chandelier drops, it crashes into you, and you take 2d8 bludgeoning damage.
Alrighty.
You gotta roll it, right?
Oh yeah, I have to roll it. You're right. That's like part of the whole fun of doing these things, right?
Oh, I rolled 2 1s.
Let's see. Yeah, you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh no, because I'll half that to 2.
Yeah. And the hellhound from the left side looks and looks to the group and walks up and kind of goes along the wall to the left and points, gets within about 10 feet of Aura. Aura, you're going to be, I guess you guys are kind of clumped together, but the way I have you guys is Aura's all the way to the left, and then it's Aura, Zaz, Malter, and then of course Dekks has already moved. So that's kind of your like horizontal order standing in this cavern. But the Hellhound takes in a deep fire, like you can see his glowing chest rise, and he and a cone of fire spits out, and it's going to hit Zaz and Malter. And you have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Is this a spell?
I guess it would
like,
be a spell. Yeah.
It's a magical ability, which would be not a spell unless it's like a named
Yeah, it's not a
spell with spell slots.
All right.
Malter got a 15.
Fine.
15,
12.
and you got a 12.
12.
And so you guys actually both save, and so you will take half of this damage. You take 5 points of fire damage. So you're able, the fire spits out at you, and you're able to kind of dodge out of the way a little bit, and both take 5 points of fire damage.
Damn dog singed my goatee.
Malter,
Aura,
it is your turn.
This?
Who's
Malter
Okay.
Malter, yep.
is gonna roll. He rolls out of the way of that fire. He's kind of patting himself off when he does it. So Dekks is on the right and the fire dogs is on the left.
Yep.
Okay. Malter is confused. Can't really see. Just got burned. He heard a loud crash. He heard Dekks yell out in pain. He sees, there was this big beast over there. So first he's going to take aim over in that direction to try to shoot at the dog. But the only thing that's standing is Dekks. So he's going to take aim at Dekks to take a shot for his first shot.
Okay, good. Great.
Oh, Malter. Oh, no.
Yeah. So let's see, does this... Wow, I got a natural 1, so a 12 to hit.
That is going to be a miss.
So are you
gonna yell anything out or something?
It whizzes right past your ear.
Yeah.
I'm like stumbling away from this chandelier that like catches my leg or something. I'm like, then I turned around and just like, whoa, and like immediately.
Don't worry, Dekks, I'll get that damn dog. I yell out as I fire.
I got this one. It's dead. Shoot the other one.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah. And I'm trying to turn in.
Good.
Luckily,
Zaz,
I
you're
still
up.
have 2 more attacks. No, that's not the end of my.
Oh, I'm so
turn,
sorry.
baby.
I'm so sorry.
I
thought that was the
get
end.
2 attacks anyway, and
Zaz,
an
you're on
additional
deck.
3rd on my first one. So you
Okay,
better
yeah.
calm down. So I'm taking aim at the fire dog now.
Good.
This is my second of my attacks. How about a 25 to hit him?
Yep, that hits.
Okay, that's good. Big bright light, easy to hit. Up and then 18 damage on that first shot,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna take another shot at him with what the hell's my thing called? My Dread Ambusher feat, which lets me take an additional attack, and it does an additional 1d8 of damage after.
Nice.
So As soon as I can get this other thing to go away on my screen, I will do it at least. Dick. There we go. Well, that's a 29 to hit. I feel pretty good about that.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
There we go.
Right here. Pop. Ooh, so that's 20 damage on it with this shot.
Okay.
And I should say that 8 of that total damage that I did was cold damage, if that matters, for a fire dog. That is what I said my thing's element was last time, right? Was cold damage?
Sounds right.
Yeah.
Okay. It hits and it takes some, you can see the cold kind of hit it, but doesn't really, put out the fire as you kind of maybe hoped it would. But you definitely shoot it twice and it takes some pretty hefty hits with those. Zaz, you're up.
Now you said that Rydas is still in the room, right?
Yep, he's watching from the balcony.
He's like 50 feet away.
Yeah, 50.
Okay. All right. I will cast a lightning bolt at him.
Ooh, him.
And he needs to make a Dekks saving throw against a 17.
Can I pitch what?
How do you do the lightning
singing?
bolts? So does it come from you, or what did you say? What did you say, Scott?
Yeah.
Nothing. Okay.
I know exactly what he's probably like. You've been thunderstruck. Is that where you were going?
Thinking you would go. No, I was going. Thunderbolt and lightning, very, very frightening.
Also a great choice. Yeah, it comes right from me, and it's 100 feet and 5 feet wide, and it just goes in a straight line.
Okay, he
right
saves from that throw. So does it miss
he
completely?
No, he takes. He's gonna take 8d6 in half.
Ooh, okay.
Lots of clicks. So half of 34 to 17.
Okay. He takes some damage and glares. Does a little bit of a glare.
Right.
And it is. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
So the vampire spawn that's kind of in front now, kind of like behind the chandelier, looks to the group and runs up, sprints up to Zaz as he just, fired a lightning bolt at her master and swings for a claw attack. And that is a 24 to hit. That hits, I would assume.
Who's
Zaz?
She's swinging it? Oh,
yeah.
Thank you. Yes, that absolutely hits.
Okay. So she hits and she actually grapples you. She doesn't do any damage. She latches onto you and pulls your head to the side and exposes her teeth.
Hello, my lady.
And that's a 21. And that's a 21 to hit with a bite attack. Mm-hmm. And she sinks her teeth into your neck, and you take 5 points of piercing damage plus 7 points of necrotic damage.
Ooh.
And as she bites into you, that's 7 points. You can feel the energy come out of your body, and that is actually going to lower your hit point maximum by 7 points as well. So that's
cool.
So 15 total points, but the 7 points you're feeling coming directly, out of your soul, and your hit point max is lower. And that is their turn. And next, you see in the distance, you can see from that black door at the end of the hallway where the stairs go down. You see the chrysanthemum, the other vampire spawn, and is coming through the door. And so she is on her way back in, and that is her turn. Aura, it's your turn.
Okay. So the one who came back up the stairs, that's the one who took our friend, our dude, back.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one who took him downstairs. she came back up.
Yes. Yep.
Then we got the dog, and then we got
Yep. The hellhound's
arthritis.
in about 10 feet in front of you, and then you've got vampire spawn, which is latched right next to you onto Zaz.
Okay. So I'm within the range of the one vampire spawn.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll just take it. Well,
Just a little help here. Otherwise, we will have a hickey, and I don't need any of the other ladies seeing that.
it's fine. Okay, so for my general like knowledge. Okay, so because I do have that call lightning spell. If I were to do that and it's got like a, I think 30, 60 foot radius, whatever. Like how far away is like where I am from Ritus?
You're like so horizontally, you are 40 feet away.
40 feet.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
he's like 30 feet up. So
Right. Okay. Well, I guess first I'll just take a swing at the one that's right by me with
Okay.
my great sword. That's 20 to hit.
that hits.
30, 20. Ooh, that's 8 to hit. 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay, you take a swing. 8 points of damage.
And she's still latched onto Zaz?
And she is, yeah, you are grappled. So.
Just holding on by her teeth.
Yeah.
Zaz,
And-
quit making out and get in the fight.
Are you comfortable
Only my
with me saying that I cast my Shield of Faith while they were vamping, kind of like
Yeah.
Dekks did?
Yeah,
All right,
that's
cool.
fine.
Then I won't use my reaction or my bonus action to do that. So that's my.
Well, they're always
turn.
vamping. That's what they do. They're
You know.
vampires.
Okay. And yeah, but for like, if you're grappled, you can still like take damage, and that doesn't like end the grapple usually, right? Just
Yeah.
Right.
reviewing. Yeah. It's got to be like a strength check, and then so okay. Next is Barley, and Barley is going to go up to the vampire spawn that is attached to Zaz, and he's going to thrust his
Is Barley here?
oh no, Barley's not
Barley's
here.
gone,
I don't know,
bro. He got
Barley's gone.
dragged
I'm an
down.
idiot. Yeah, Barley's gone.
Okay.
Yeah, so he is
Barley,
not
you
here.
broke out of your prison.
He snuck into my
amazing.
encounter. Barley, get out of here. Barley's not there.
It's the mirror. It's the fella from the back. who came out.
Mirror Barley has arrived.
And
Dark Barley.
it is you look up to Lord Ritus. He's standing on the balcony, and you can see he like takes a deep breath in, and you can see him like swell up and like almost like shake off the injury that he had before from the lightning spell, and just look out and continues to watch this battle. And next it is Deks's turn. So Dekks, and then the Hellhound, and then
Then
Malter.
Fire Dog.
Yep.
All right. So second vampire spawn just came up from the dungeon. I think I'll just go intercept her, since the other one is pretty. It seems kind of like a crowd back by the entrance. So I'll charge this vampire spawn that just came up from the basement.
Okay.
And
What's your movement? How can you can make it there because it's within.
I've got 35 feet.
Yep. So you can make it all the
Okay.
way up to her.
Cool. And I will recklessly attack.
Okay.
With the flame cane sword. First one is a 24 to hit
That hits.
for 15 damage. Second one is a 19 to hit.
That's a. Or is that a crit then? Or no, that's your...
no, just dirty 19.
Gotcha. Yep. That hits.
All right, for another... that'll be 18 damage on that one.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my bonus action to take a attack with my dual-wielding scimitar, the shiny one, for another dirty 19 to hit. And that one will do 9 damage.
Nice. Very nice.
Just start
Slashes with all 3
Slashing
hits.
them.
Slashes this
like I was doing to that tall grass out there.
pale, decrepit, disgusting-looking pale vampire woman. And the hellhound looks in it, and it recharges an ability and takes a step back. The vampire spawn's still there. Never mind. He's not going to attack his own friend. He goes up to Aura and does a bite attack. And that is a 12 to hit.
Nope.
It does not. He whiffs. The hellhound reaches forward and snaps and misses. And actually, I say that, but he does have advantage because he has packed tactics, which is if he gets an advantage if there's a creature, at least one of the hound's allies within 5 feet of the creature. And so
Yep, sure is.
vampire stands right there. Let's see if it does hit. That is even worse than that one. 6 to hit.
Oh, no.
So
No, sure doesn't.
hellhound misses. Malter.
My turn.
Then
All right.
Zaz.
I see Zaz. How close am I to Zaz?
You're right next to him. You're literally right to his
Okay.
right.
Do you need help?
I would love help, my friend.
I take aim kind of in his general direction.
Just be careful.
Don't worry, don't worry, I got it. I'm not gonna shoot you. That's too dangerous. Unfortunately though, I'm rolling a percentage dice to see which one of you I hit with this. I'm not attacking, but I am using enlarge on the vampire that's grappling you right now.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Amazing.
So I was gonna enlarge. Don't worry, this'll get her off of you. And I was gonna make him bigger, but instead I made the vampire bigger on accident.
Amazing.
So now she grows to double her size, and she has advantage on strength checks. Any weapons she's holding also grow, and any attacks she does with those weapons deal 1d4 extra damage.
So okay, so can you say the damage numbers again? So like if she does,
she has advantage on strength checks, and if she has it says weapons. I don't know if that.
I think that would
includes your
claw,
teeth. I assume
claw
so.
and teeth, yeah. So
yeah, it just deals an extra 1d4 of damage, but she increases one creature size as well.
okay,
Oh my goodness.
she enlarges and she is currently grappling you, and all of a sudden you are being held by this 10-foot woman, and you're kind of being held like a baby a little bit, and she's like kind of cradling you at this point, looking down at you with her
Oh my
teeth.
god, it's a vampire! Now that I can see it.
Is it wrong that I kind of enjoy this?
The giant woman.
And so yeah, you are looking at.
Malter takes a step back as she's growing, but that's basically all I can do.
Is that your
my
turn?
now. Yeah,
Okay.
that's my turn.
Zaz, you're up, and you are currently grappled, so you can't move. And if you could try and do a strength check to get out, but I mean,
I assume I can't even get to my weapon. I've got nothing, you know.
You can try to break it. It's just she's gonna have advantage on you now.
But I think I need to try at least. So yeah. As much as I love this, I would absolutely love to, aid my friends and then murder you. So yeah, let me try to break this grapple.
okay. So we do a contested strength. I get advantage.
And it's just a strength save, right?
I think you can use Dekks or Athletics.
Yeah, go ahead and use.
If you're being grappled, if Dekks is better for you.
Mm-hmm.
So
Go
is
for
that,
it.
Is that acrobatics or athletics, or just you're just rolling back?
Oh.
Yeah.
Are we rolling? That's a good question.
I think it's a strength. I think it's usually a strength, right? I don't know what the dexterity.
It's a strength if you are grappling someone, but if someone is trying to not be grappled or break a grapple, then they can use strength
dex.
or dexterity.
So yeah, go ahead and use acrobatics or athletics if that changes your dex save.
It does. All right, here we go. Yeah. 16.
And she rolled a 20. She rolled two 17s.
Yeah, she is a strong woman.
And so you try and slip out, and she holds on to you. And do you do anything else on your turn?
I don't know that I can.
I think that's your action. So if there's any bonus
Even with
action
can I bonus action healing word myself?
Yeah, you can. Yep.
The word you can talk.
Yeah, let me do that. Because that's a bonus action for me. So yeah, I will cast Healing Word on myself for 7 heals.
Nice. Okay.
And then I'll just go a little limp in her arms. Be the little baby that I am.
She stands there holding onto you and exposes your neck again. You're grappled. I guess does she have to? You're still just grappled, and so she's able to do her bite attack, and that is a 14 to hit.
Nope.
And she misses. She's not used to her gigantic size and teeth, and kind of like chomps like her
swallows my whole head.
Yeah, swallows your whole head.
But you go in between the gaps in her teeth when she does it, so you're fine.
Fangs on either side of your neck.
And so she does that. She misses, and then she to her right, she swipes at Aura with her claw attack, and that is a 23 to hit.
Yeah.
And you do. She does 8 points of slashing damage with her giant claws, plus 8 points plus a d4. 12 points. Roll the 4. So 12 points of slashing damage to you.
Way to go, Malter.
That's my bad, guys. That thing must have singed my eyes. I don't know what happened. I can't see all of a sudden. Vampire B, I don't know. That's my own notation. The one by the door.
Chrysanthemum.
I don't know why I said B. The one facing Dekks looks at Dekks and swipes at Dekks. That's a 19 to hit.
That hits.
She grapples you, Dekks, and exposes your neck, sinks her teeth in for a nat 1, a 7 to hit. She misses and just whiffs on her bite attack. And,
I've already dated a vampire, not interested in another one.
She's got you grappled currently. And Aura, your turn.
All right. Well, I'm right next to this huge one still, right?
Yep, you're right next to the huge one and the Hellhound. They're kind of both in front of you, essentially.
Okay. I'm going to reach out and just put my hands on the giant vampire lady. Thanks, Malter. And I'm going to inflict
Easier
wounds.
target. You're welcome.
Inflict wounds. Nice.
Inflict wounds. So, let's see what this is. 19 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. So sorry, I should have said this before. I was thinking I was going to cast it at a level 2, so a second level, so that would be 4d10. So 10 plus 14, 24 to hit. 24 damage.
24 damage. Nice. What does inflict wounds look like?
Well, as an air genasi, it's like I touch her and there's just like sparks coming out from my hands that just like electrify.
Nice. Good. She takes.
I was gonna say it looks like air. It looks like nothing.
Looks like nothing.
It's lightning.
blow.
Thank you.
It's like
If
a
you'd
blast
paid
of
any
air on her
attention
face.
in our
Like,
20 years together, you'd have known.
Are you healing her? What are you doing?
No!
great. And we're back up to the top with Dekks. You are currently grappled by the vampire.
All right, well, that won't stop me because my speed is 0, but it's already pretty bad. So I'm going to just keep hitting her.
Good. So you have, I think, with grapple, you have disadvantage. Is that right?
No, only if I was restrained, but
Gotcha.
grappling I can still attack normally. My speed is just 0. And you can even roll again next time, but anything against me should attack with advantage because I'm reckless attacking.
Right.
I don't know if you did that last time, but bring it on. Bring it on. All right, 25 to hit with the flame cane. That is going to be 18 damage.
Ooh. Good.
Second swing is just a 17. Is that enough?
A 17 hits.
Yes. For 17 damage.
Okay, you are ripping into this vampire. You are taking some really good swipes at this vampire as it's latched onto you.
I'm just gonna. Just gonna take my dual wielding bonus action. Keep going at it with the other scimitar. There's the crit.
Good.
That's a nat 19 crit. For this one's not as strong as my flame sword, so this is just gonna be 20 damage.
How do you want to do it?
Just like this woman like biting on Dex's neck, and he's just like in her sides, just like get off of me, and just stabs her until she falls limp and lets go of him.
Good. She is driven down to 0 hit points, and hold on one second.
If I have, if I can get even within 5 feet, I can't. I'm out of attacks, but I have 35 feet of movement now, and I would love to get within 5 feet of an enemy just in case I can.
And you
get an opportunity to
take her down, and she you kill this vampire just laying dead before you.
Stab, stab, stab.
Cool. And so you have you said you have movement now?
Yeah, 35, so I'll just get as close as I can to either the other one or the Hellhound.
Do you want to get like between them, essentially? Like from behind?
Yeah. I'll just make myself as much of a target.
Good. All right. Very good. Then it is the Hellhound's turn, and it looks, and it is going to look straight at Aura, and you see its chest become radiant with fire, and red hot bursts forward through its mouth in its fire breath attack, and you need to make a dexterity saving throw.
No. Okay. Oh wait. Oh. Okay. Here we go. I rolled a 2, so that's a 1.
A nat 1. Amazing.
Not a nat 1. A dirty one, but still a 1.
Gotcha. Dirty one. A dirty one. And you take... you try to get out of the way, and you just take the full breath of this fire. 19 points of fire damage just engulfs you.
Do I fall over?
Go ahead and do another dexterity throw, and we'll call this just a DC 6 to see if you can stay on your feet.
Okay.
In case you really biff it. A 2? Great. Yes. So you get blasted, and you fall down, and you're now prone.
All right.
Cool.
Great.
Or it takes a tumble.
This is great.
Yeah.
Or it takes a tumble.
And
it's about damn time she fell over. Seriously.
yeah. Malter, you're up.
Okay. Malter is pretty embarrassed about how things are playing out so far. He's made one wrong attack. He's enlarged the vampire. So Malter is going to pull the bird out of his backpack that he got before out of a little cage, and he's gonna get it wedged into his pocket, but gently. I'm a great animal handler, as we all know. At some point, I obviously cast animal friendship on it, so it knows I mean it no harm. We all heard me say that. It definitely happened. While you cast Shield of Faith and you prepared your sword, I obviously cast animal friendship on this bird.
Course.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so he's very friendly to me in my pocket, and I am gonna cast Beast Sense on the bird so that I can see through its eyes now, so that I will no longer have this issue of aiming at the wrong person. So now I'm seeing out of my breast pocket.
You're seeing like a first-person shooter now, basically.
Yes, now it's like a
first-person shooter effect.
And the good news is, this also requires concentration, the same as enlarge, which means the vampire will now shrink back to normal size.
Great.
Oh, thank God.
So the vampire shrinks down. I was thinking that. I was like, that's got to be a concentration spell, right?
Absolutely, it is. So I have done that, and now I can see, but that is unfortunately the only action I can take. Malter's just gonna, now that he can see everybody clearly for the first time, oh my God, you're so old! What happened? Yeah. All right.
Great.
See, my bird friend had a purpose. He's my friend.
Great. So that's your turn. Do you don't have a bonus?
I can't. That's my action. I don't really have any bonus actions.
Someone putting a cell phone in their shirt pocket, but still filming and uses a little camera.
That's what I'm doing with this.
Zaz, you are being held by this massive woman, looking into her eyes, trying to get out of her grasp, and she shrinks down and now is still latched onto you, but is no longer the giant 10-foot tall vampire woman.
Yes. Well, as I'm not really getting a whole lot of help at this point, I think I would like to use my bonus action first, and use Bardic Inspiration to say, Malter, my friend, when you're down on your luck and you've lost all your dreams, there's nothing like a campfire and a can of beans.
Normally, I don't like your stuff, but I gotta say, that moved me.
I'm glad you are moved, my friend. You now have an inspiration of 1d10 that you can use.
D10?
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's so good.
D10 to an ability, attack, or saving throw.
It's interesting. You can't be out of tune if it's spoken word, so that's it sort of works better.
And then I'd like to use my action to try to break free once again.
Okay.
With a little Dekks saving throw.
Good. Yep. And do a strength check. Her strength check is 16.
I lost. I rolled a 12. I rolled a 4, which becomes a 12.
Oh my gosh. That's so bad.
It's so bad.
You try to wriggle, she holds on to you.
Do you need this back?
At this point,
she holds on to you, and she
attempts it on myself, I would have.
Bite you. She does a 23 to hit on her bite attack.
That'll do. Yep.
She sinks her teeth into your neck, and you take 3 points of piercing damage, plus
any more necrotic.
7 points of necrotic damage, which your hit point maximum decreases as well by 7 points. And you feel the life getting sucked out of you.
Oof. That's another wow. Okay.
And as it does that, she does reach. She is. Aura is prone as well.
Yes.
And just swipes at her.
You have advantage on prone people?
Advantage on
Yeah, I sure do.
Yeah.
21 to hit.
If it's not a ranged attack, you sure do.
What was it?
It's a 21 to hit. Yeah, and 8 points of slashing damage.
You said 8?
Yeah, scrapes, so you feel the claws go down your back, 8 points of damage.
Ooh. Okay.
And it is your turn.
Cool. And it is my turn.
Aura, please kill this bitch.
Are you
Why is
serious?
Aura what's Aura doing on the ground? What's happening?
Just you don't even need to stand up. Just slash at her ankles. Her pale, cold ankles.
No, okay. I do stand up. So I stand up. Okay. And remind me.
The dog is still in front of you, and
Dog.
and she is still. The vampire spawns right next to you.
Is she still
Zaz.
grappling Zaz?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna go after her again. You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I just swing at her with my greatsword again.
Cool.
23 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
That is 8 to hit, but I'm gonna use a charge.
And at this
of my
point,
sword.
I will say real quick. At this point, she is flanked by both, like directly flanked by Malter right behind, or not by Malter, by Dekks. Yeah, so you get advantage with your great sword strike.
Let's see if I get a no. No, it's 17. No.
Okay.
So what did I say? I got an 8, and then I'm gonna use a charge of my sword to do an extra D8. So that would be 10 damage total.
Okay.
And it is radiant, if that makes any difference.
Yes, you do 10 points of radiant damage. It does not seem to do anything more than what you would think.
Okay. All right. Well, that is, I think, my turn. Yeah, that's my turn.
Good. And then it is Dex's turn. Dekks, you're up.
All right, I think I'll just try to kill another vampire spawn, and if this lady biting Zaz is still up, I'm gonna go for her.
Yep, and you have advantage on this. On these strikes.
All the time, baby,
Yeah.
all the time. Oh, there's the crit
Good.
Yeah.
on the nat 19. Oh, I gotta bust out the calculator for this.
I'd love to hear it.
Oh boy.
I can't do that many. I mean, I wish Roll20 would just,
It's just 'cause
do
he's
these
not doing
numbers
it-
together for me.
He's not doing it for math. He's just spelling boobies on the calculator for fun right now.
46 damage.
46
on that
damage?
crit.
Please
That was
don't-
about
Please don't
as good as I could roll.
How do you want to do it with this one strike?
I just kind of like charge over from the other one, and I see Zaz just flailing, and I duck under Malter's crossbow as he swings it around now that he can see different targets. And on my way over, just kind of charge and run with my scimitars into her, and just sort of like, I can't feel the pain, and also can't control my speed too well, so I just ram into her and fall over with her as she goes down.
And she is dead. And it is Aura's turn. Or no, never mind. That was your turn. It is the hound's turn. It looks.
Oh, I think I could get. I could get some more attacks.
Yeah, you can get
off
more
of
attacks.
that.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, technically I charged over, but I was already there, so I'll say I use half my speed to just get up and get next to this hound, and I think, Zaz and the Three Pals have been around the block, so I kind of know that my good sword isn't going to work great on this hellhound, so I'll just use my other scimitar and see what I can do. That's a 17 to hit.
That hits.
So with that one, that's going to be 12 damage. And that was 1, 2. Okay, bonus action again. 15 to hit.
You get 15 to hit on a second one.
Yeah, on my bonus
go
action.
ahead. Yes, that hits. That hits its AC.
15 hits.
Yep.
Okay, 10.
10
slashing.
points. Good. How do you want to kill this thing? Just wiping up
This is
Just
great.
exhausted, like rolling around and just like it's just pure rage, but he's not angry. It's just like adrenaline from like runner's high almost, and he's just climbing up to his feet, gets back up, uses the cane to lift himself up, and then stabbing with the other hand, using the shiny scimitar and just making a mess of things. Really
Nice.
You destroy the vampire spawn and the hellhound. Everything is dead, all by your blade in this room. And you stand up and you look to the other end of the room and you see Lord Ritus like clutching the balcony, and he just screams in like fury and leaps off of the balcony and turns into a bat and flies around a little bit.
God.
And then goes down into the door at the end of the hallway, down the stairs into the darkness. And we are out of combat.
I didn't even
Is
get
that
a
the
chance to
same
try to shoot at him.
that
Yep, the same
our
one.
friend went down?
Yep.
Dex's rage ends and he just goes ho and just topples over and just lays on his back and rests for
I'm just
a few
like,
seconds.
Jesus. God, I wish I couldn't see after all that. Oh, I don't remember this being so disgusting.
Finally get your vision back and just see like, oh no.
There's so much murder in front of me.
Well,
Okay,
that
so you guys
was
are-
certainly
follow him, right?
interesting. Do we
That was a hard
have
one.
to? I mean, we saved the family. We did our job.
Okay,
This
but
is
here's
true,
the thing.
but he's after us. He
Yeah.
lured us here, and personally, I don't appreciate that because I just want to get some damn sleep, and I don't need him coming back after us. So why don't we
Yeah,
just
he's
finish
gonna-
it for good?
He's gonna keep coming after us regardless. We better as well take care of this. I mean, what's his face and his family? They're just pawns in this.
Yeah, Barley was blackmailed. The poor fool, he can't make decisions for himself, gets himself into a bad situation like that.
What are you
Hopefully
supposed to do when
still,
your family's
down
been
there.
captured?
Why do
We
they
need to-
always
we need to
trust-
go.
Why do they always trust the vampire? Who are these people that are? Oh yeah, he won't betray me. I'll listen to this guy. He seems trustworthy every time we go on one of these things.
It's called wisdom through experience, mate. It's the one thing we've still got going for us. Except for the fact that we got tricked into doing this and we were lured under false pretenses. But otherwise, we knew they were probably either food or sacrifices, and that was true.
I mean, really, is it worse to be tricked by a farmer than a vampire?
Right.
Yes.
Good point.
Oh,
good
I'm
point.
sorry. I'm sorry, Aura. I didn't realize your hobby was being snobby. We're looking down on farmers now. I didn't realize.
No! But vampires literally have powers to take over people. It's like
they
their
are
thing.
the backbone of this economy.
I never said they weren't. I want to save Barley. I'm the one who healed Barley, who wants to go save him now. I'm not saying anything against Barley.
Speaking of healing, I did get a little singed by the fire dog, if I can. I'm just saying.
How all right. How's he actually looking? Is he actually looking hurt, or like is this just like the thing that they do?
I mean, he's lost 5 of 84 hit points.
Yeah, no.
Zaz had his neck spurting blood for most of that fight.
The
And
funny
I'll give
thing
you
Marley,
heals off.
I know
funny
you
thing
can't
is
see anything.
the-
You look fine. You
with
look
my
fine.
max dropping, I actually am
Thank you.
only at 77% health. I mean,
I took
still
most
doing
of
all right.
the damage in that
Yeah,
fight.
you look like shit, Aura. You should really take one of your potions.
And Malter almost took my dang head off.
I don't make potions. I do spells. They're different. They do this. It's the same outcome, but they're different.
Do you think this left a mark? Do you think that she? Am I a vampire now?
You might not be a
Energy
vampire, but that
vampire.
is most definitely infected.
Oh,
I think it's gonna leave a kind of a sexy scar, if I can say it.
oh, thank you, Malta. I think I'm not sure when the last time she brushed her teeth was.
Maybe it'll do some damage to your vocal cords and rich that sound up a bit.
Give you a nice sort of Tom Waits vibe. Nice grizzled sound.
That would absolutely change the voice. Before we run off, can I there's like a dead vampire spawn, right? Like right here. Or we've got dead dogs too, right?
There's a lot of dead dead dogs.
There's a lot of dead things. Dekks, you really made a mess of this place. I would like to just take a little bit, something, a trinket of sorts of what we killed, for a potential
have one of these
spell. I think we should take a head. I think that seems like a good idea. So I will.
Disrespectful to the animal to me.
Well, that's why I'm gonna pick the vampire spawn. I think
That's good. That's
Arthur
fine.
will be more affected by one of his thralls than anything. But I absolutely need a component for a potential spell. So yeah, I lop off a head and I put it in my bag.
Disgusting.
Aura does.
Don't mind me, just sawing away at a head.
While that's
Malter
happening,
getting the.
Aura does heal herself.
None of us notice.
No, yeah.
I don't want to rush things, guys, but I only got about an hour that I can see out of this bird's eyes, so we're gonna kill this vampire. I think we should kind of make our way down the hall.
Be careful not to fall over and crush that thing, or you're toast. And I'm toast because you'll be shooting me. Dekks is gonna slowly start hobbling towards the dungeon doorway, towards the basement. Takes him a long time to get across the battlefield that he just sprinted across.
Because I can tell he's hobbling, because I can see now, I'm going to touch him, and I'm going to cast Longstrider on to Dekks.
Oh, wow.
Which increases his speed by 10 feet until the spell ends in an hour.
Holy cow.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah.
You can be
A
flying.
little pep in your step, bud. Yeah.
Good. So you guys are you guys moving towards the doorway at this point?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
So in the great room, you walk up towards the stairs, and as you approach the dark stairs, you look down and see there is some light ahead. And what is your guys' marching order going forward?
I'll go first.
I'll be right behind now that I can,
See?
Actually, screw it.
See?
Screw it. I'm hanging in the back now that I can see, actually, because I got range. I can fucking shoot, no problem. Yeah.
Malta, does that little bird have dark vision?
Well, it doesn't matter because he's got his loot, so we can see in the light. Don't worry.
All right. Oh, my
Got his
sword should light it up
glowing
too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'll be in the middle.
The middle.
I guess.
So it's we'll say it's
There are four of us.
Dekks, and then Zaz, then Aura, then Malter.
Huh?
Yeah, works.
Sound good? Okay, good. So as you are going down the stairs, you do. These stairs are like just a little bit slick. They're really not that great. Everyone just roll a deck save real quick, just to make
boy.
sure everyone's footing is okay.
Is there one of those chairs we can sit on that sort of rolls down the side?
There is not, unfortunately, one of those.
Just give squeaks as we go.
Okay.
Alright.
What are your guys'? Let's see. Let's end with Aura. But Dekks, what's your roll? What's your roll?
That's a 19 for old Dekks.
19. Malter,
12.
12. And Zaz,
Dirty 20.
dirty 20, and Aura,
6.
a 6. Great. So you lose your footing and you slip and you fall forward and you hit directly in front of you. You hit Zaz, and so Zaz make a deck save. You have a full body like hitting you on the stairs,
I'm a very, very nimble satyr. Even in my old age, I rolled a 27.
The 27.
I just grab onto the horns.
You felt it coming, and you brush past it as Aura falls
sidestep.
forward through you and it hits Dekks in front of you. So
Dang it,
Dekks make a
okay.
dexterity check.
Oh boy. You know what? My what's it called? Danger sense is against problems I can see, and I don't think I can see this helmet directly behind me. So I'm gonna roll this normally. Oh my god, that's a nat 20.
A nat 20. Okay. With that roll.
Because Malter can see, so he yelled, "Dekks, look out!"
Yeah. Oh, what? Plant my feet.
With that great roll,
my leg that doesn't bend just locks into place and saves us all.
With that great roll, Aura, you slam into him like it's like a brick wall. And luckily, he rolled so well that you don't keep falling. You hit him, and you do take you will still take 1d. We'll say only 1d4 of damage here, bludgeoning damage as you fell, because fortunately
Dekks is so jacked that even hitting his back.
Do you want me to roll for it?
Oh,
or
I'm
do you
sorry.
Want to roll
No,
for
I'll
it?
roll for it. I always forget to
You
roll.
can
You don't enjoy dealing damage to us?
I do. Oh, that's so 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right.
So you do hit your face against his shoulder blade, the left one, and
okay.
you all continue
Dekks,
down
are
the
you
stair.
okay?
Oh, go ahead.
Aura, does he need healing? You hit him very hard.
Yeah, or you better be careful. One of us is gonna get hurt, and then you know what that means.
Or hit her eye. I don't know if I feel safe if she can't see. Can you? Can you still see? Is this safe? I don't know. I don't like this.
I can see. Sometimes I take a tumble. It's fine.
Do you have your
in this situation,
your magical life alert sending stone that in case you do fall and cannot get up?
I didn't invest in that. At home I have people around me all the time that can help, but
this castle is really not up to par on the safety standards. They've got magic mirrors and slippery stairs, but where's the handrails? These stairs are two times as tall as they should be.
What about that damn chandelier that almost fell on you?
Put in ramps.
Exactly.
They're not that hard. They're
Where are the
easier
ramps?
to make than stairs.
Yes,
This might be a
This is
slide,
elder abuse, I think, borderline.
Ageism.
It's everywhere these days.
So you guys continue down the stairs after some banter, and you walk forward. You get to the end, and you step into a large, long room lit with red, burning torches. The presence of 6 stone caskets line the walls, 3 on each side, leads up to a platform before which there is a remnant of a fallen stone statue of a stately man in armor holding a sword. Beyond the statue is 3 steps up to a platform whose centerpiece is a singular black and red casket. Before the casket stands Lord Ritus with his dark red hair and his dark red eyebrows, his suit dark red with black trim. His pale face forms a smirk. It seems the retired isn't as tired as I thought. Narratively, this works better anyways, having you die down here. You killed my father, a man who was mocked, feared, and shunned from society because of his affliction. A loving father, a brave leader, you paid him no mercy when you murdered him in warm blood. I will repay you in the same fashion. You see, when you left my father with a stake in his heart, you thought that was the end. The casket behind him begins to move, and the casket lid is pushed off with a bang as it hits the floor. I haven't just been searching for you for the past 40 years. I've been finding a way to cheat death, to bring people back. Please welcome back with a round of applause your old friend, Lord Reynold Ritus. And a single skeletal arm raises straight up out of the tomb and grasps the side and crawls out.
Malter.
He stands beside Lord Ritus, dressed in rags that were once like the remnants of a 3-piece suit, holding a rusted sword.
This feels really disrespectful to your dead dad's memory, if you ask me.
I mean, he had a chance to rest in peace, and you have just awakened him from his undead slumber? That just seems...
Now hold on, lads. This is not too bad because now we are the young ones in the room. We are looking sharp compared to this ugly fuck.
That's true.
The skeleton chatters its teeth like that's it. It doesn't. It has like very little flesh on its body, if it is.
Ew.
Just as insightful as your son.
And the skeleton moves forward to attack, and it is time to roll initiative once again.
We killed him once, we can do it again.
You guys are about 45 feet away from them.
Nat 20.
All right. What the fuck?
23. I don't know. I just rolled 2 nat 20s in a row.
That's weird. Your D20 just only has 18, 19s, and 20s on it. I don't know.
No, the 19s for the attacks. I mean, these have been 20s.
Jeepers.
Making up for the fact that I tripped over a root with like a 3 before.
Okay. What are your... Let's see, it's not auto-populating like it did before for some reason, but... Zaz, what was your roll?
9.
9. And Aura?
7.
Malter?
12.
You guys did great. And Dekks was
23.
Exact same attack order as last time for us, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got this down to a science as a group, you know. We know the roles, how
know.
it should go. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So yes, Dekks, you are up first as these the skeleton moves forward. The vampire is Lord Ritus is staring at you as well. It is your turn.
Dekks,
You got that 10 feet of movement from me too.
Yeah, I'm flying. Dekks just takes a couple quick short breaths like to get himself hyped up again and goes into a rage to just again ignore the pain, the aching in his knee, the hobbling it took him to get down here. All of that goes away. Feels like a younger man. I'm going to use my last rage for the day. And I've got 45 feet of movement. And is Arthritis looking like he's trying to fight with us too, or is he really just hoping this
He's looking angry. It's time
Okay.
for dad and son to fight together to avenge his father's death.
Pathetic. I think I'll just get up in the skeleton's face if I can get there with 45 feet.
Okay. And yeah, so they're right next to each other. So you want to be directly in front of the skeleton?
Yep, I'm just going all out right at him.
Okay.
And I use my bonus action, so I've got 2 attacks with the cane sword. Forgot to turn on advantage, so that's a 12 to hit.
12 to hit. It does not hit. You glance off of
With
like
advantage.
there's like, he's basically in tatters, but he has like some shoulder armor on, and you just swung and hit like the shoulder armor that he had, like the shoulder pad that he had on, and glanced off.
All right, not reacting to how functioning this skeleton really is. And Dekks is going to be like, oh, right, it's not bad for your old age. But then swing again with the 26 to hit on the second
Yes, it
attack.
does hit.
And that'll be 18 damage once again.
18 points of damage.
Yeah, 5 of that is fire, if that matters.
Yes, it does, for flavor. You swing. Which sword is this?
Yeah, this is the flaming cane sword.
The flaming cane sword. You take your flaming cane sword. It's like sheathed, right? Or how does the sword like come out of the cane?
It's basically the cane is straight black, really simple, but then when it's on fire, the fire kind of has like an artificial gust to it that pushes it in a direction, so the flame shapes it like a scimitar.
Great. So you take it out at the scimitar flame sword, you swing it at the skeleton and hit, and the skeleton just explodes. The bones fly everywhere, and it is over for that skeleton. It is obliterated by that strike.
Bloody hell.
You do anything else with your turn?
I just like look around and like look at Ritus and be like trying to just like get my bearings. Didn't expect it to explode.
Okay.
Is that what you wanted? You brought your dead. You wanted to watch your father die again? I mean, come on.
Lord Ritus looks at the space where the skeleton was and screams, "Ah!" And he lashes out at you and does a swipe with his hand, and that is going to be a 17 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
And he grabs onto you, and you are grappled. One second here. Yeah, and grapples you, and then just tries to sink his teeth into you.
He's got advantage too.
And he's got advantage. Great to know. That's an 18 to hit.
Hits.
And he does 8 points of bludgeoning damage, 8 points of piercing damage, plus 10 points of necrotic damage, and that takes your hit point maximum down 10 points.
All
and
right.
You feel
necrotic,
that,
I cannot resist.
And so you feel the life draining out of you with that, and feel his fury as he saw his father die a second time, if you can call, I guess, either state of him being a vampire living or this living. So
he's been undead and unalived for a minute.
Malter, you're up.
Okay. Guess who's gonna attack now? Guess who's gonna attack now? How far away am I from him?
You're 45 feet.
Okay. How big is the room? Is it just 45 feet big? I just want to be as far from him as possible and enjoy the fact that I can see and shoot at somebody from far away.
The whole room is 85 feet long. You're like right in front of the door. So if you were to back up from the door, you'd back up like 5 feet, be 50 feet away from him.
Yeah, why not? Just to stunt a little. I'll just take one step backwards. I do have a question. I didn't think about this. I have 2 attack actions per turn. And the Dread Ambusher is described as when you take an attack action, you can take an additional attack on the beginning of your combat turn. Does that apply to both attack actions that I can take, or does it only go to the first one?
You have one action, and your action is multi-attack.
Okay.
Multi-attack is a single action.
You're right. That makes sense. Sorry.
So you just get the one free one on the first action.
Okay. So then that is.
And you will need to
3 attacks total.
So like right now though, you can't just take a step back and fire because Dekks is like right in front of him. So like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, wait. I'm how far from him right now?
You're like 40 feet.
You said 45 feet.
Yeah.
40 feet? I mean, I have 40 feet of movement right now, so I guess get me to an angle behind him where I can shoot at this fucking guy. Or to the side of him.
Yep. Gotcha. You are, so you are about 20 feet away the way the room is. You'll be able to get, about 20 feet away from him. You have to be kind of close to be able to hit him there. So
what's the damn point of this bird? Whatever.
Dekks realizes his speed is 0 right now, and he can't duck out of the way while he's grappled, and just closes his eyes. I hope that bird can see.
This bird's got eagle eyesight, baby. I'm gonna take my first attack roll at Mr. Arthritis is 22 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
Okay. That's 15 damage, one of which is cold. If it matters, I don't think that will on a vampire.
No, it doesn't.
All right. Next attack is what you call a nat 20, I believe is the word that we go for on that.
That's the old Malter.
Yeah, there it is. Boom. That's 20 damage on that shot.
20 damage?
I'm feeling saucy. Yeah. And now we'll do one more. I'll do my final shot from the Dread Ambusher. Which is 29 to hit.
That sure does.
I know it hits, but the people want to know. And then that is 21 damage on that shot right there.
21 damage. Wow.
Was that a 56-point turn there from Malter?
It was.
Ooh.
Yep, hits him pretty good.
I say, suck on that, vampire boy.
Dekks flinches each time he hears an arrow make contact, wondering if it's in him.
This is it. This is it for me.
This is the
Good.
one.
And Zaz, you're up.
Okay. I take the head of the thrall out of my bag, and I say, "Is this what you wanted, young lad? Is this what you wanted?" And then I cast banishment on him, so he needs to make a charisma saving throw against a 17.
Okay.
Banish this.
Charisma saving throw. He rolled a 21.
Then with that, I would like to then turn to my good friend, my pal Dekks, and say, my friend, I know he has a tight grip on you, but you absolutely can do it. And I say, and when we are done, there will be champagne from my real friends, and real pain from my sham friends. I know. And I'd like to give him bardic inspiration.
All I heard was champagne, but thanks, mate.
You're welcome, my pal. So you got a D10 on
D10, all right.
Yeah.
I'll use that for when I fall over.
Yep.
He felt that spell that you tried to do that, and he hears your voice, and he kind of glances up as he just bit Dekks, and he looks up and sneers at you, and he takes a legendary action and kind of deftly swifts out of holding on to Dekks, does not provoke an opportunity attack, and moves to the very let's see, I gotta know what his speed is. He moves about 10 feet from you.
Oh, hello.
Come back
That is a
here.
legendary move that he just made. Aura, your turn.
All right.
He is
remind me
now
what-
directly
what-
in front of you, 10 feet away, because you and Zaz were kind of standing next to each other.
Okay, and that's he's the only enemy really on the field.
Yes.
Okay, he's 10 feet.
Yeah.
All right, I am going to cast Spirit Guardians
Ooh.
at 5th level. Why not? So I walk forward and then I cast Spirit Guardians. So he is in the area of effect when it, happens. So he has to make a saving throw. Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. He makes a wisdom saving throw of 9.
Okay, that fails.
Okay.
So he takes okay, how many damage? What damage is it normally? 3d8 plus 2 for the levels, so 5d8 damage. So give me 1 second.
Ooh.
Alright. 7, 2, 8, 2, 3. So that's 22 damage.
Oh.
And it's necrotic if that matters.
22 necrotic damage. And he looks...
Oh, sorry. Wait. It matters if they're good or evil. Is it evil?
So first,
pretty
so what does your Spirit Guardians
He's a
look
great
like?
dude.
Oh. So they're little crackly, lightning little creatures
Okay.
that kind of have some air swooping around them too.
Nice. And they swirl around you?
Yeah.
Good. Well, he made the wisdom saving throw, and failed, and uses a legendary resistance to decide not to fail at that. And so he sees it kind of come at him and decides to succeed. Does he still take damage, some damage, or?
I think.
I'm not sure he does. I'm not sure what Spirit Guard.
On a failed save, the creature. Wait, on a failed save, the creature takes 3d8 radiant damage. If good or neutral, takes 3d8 necrotic damage if evil. On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage. Sorry. Okay, yeah.
So he takes half that. He's lawful. He's evil. He's
11.
lawful evil. So, okay. 11. So he still gets hit by it, but
damage.
You can see the rage in his eyes as he looks forward and just shrugs it off. Shrugs off half of it.
But my spirit guardians stay. They're still around.
Okay, so they're still swirling, and you can see the radius, like you can see him like 10 feet away from you, essentially.
Yeah, so it's 15 feet.
Gotcha. So he's like
around me.
Cool.
Yep.
Okay. And he is going to take another legendary action, and he is going to move forward and swipe at you with an unarmed strike.
Okay.
For 15 to hit.
Nope.
And misses, whiffs. All right. Next.
And we all laugh at him.
Next, you hear from the front left casket that's closest to like the front, like nearest the big, the one that Lord Ritus came out, the skeleton, the far left one up front. You hear like a bang, 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 and then that's it. Next is Deks's turn. You are alone near the front with the big casket. So,
I'm gonna charge over to where Arthur tried to scurry away to and keep on him. And I've got 45 feet, right? So, can I get to him?
You sure can.
All right, I'm charging. I got the swords out. Let's do it. That's the Nat 19 crit.
Nice.
We'd love to see it. This build is crazy.
And he was engaged with Aura, so you do get like normal advantage, I guess, with the flanking. So, because you're directly behind him.
I'm going reckless anyways. He's always going to have advantage on me. Bring it on. I got to do some calculator math here. That'll be 31.
31?
31 damage.
Okay.
Yeah. His speed is reduced by 5 when I hit him, or by 10 if that helps, even though he can freaking teleport.
Okay.
Cheating.
Well, it wasn't a teleport what he did before. He just was able to move without opportunity attacks. So
evasive.
He's just an evasive kind of guy. So that's minus 10.
Extra annoying.
That's good to know.
Okay. Second attack. 27 to hit for 17 damage.
Good.
And bonus action scimitar, 25 to hit for 11 damage.
Whew.
I think I'm gonna wait one more turn because I don't know what's coming out of these crypts before I use some of my fighter stuff. Yeah. So that will be it for me.
Okay, he's gonna deftly get out of the way with another legendary action.
Stop doing that!
And he's gonna duck to the left and go up to that casket that was pounding, and he is going to lift the lid on the casket and grab and bring up and kind of just raise up, not necessarily grapple, but bring up a figure. And as the figure he brings up out of that casket, you see is Barley, and he looks at Barley. And he says, attack them. And he casts Dominate Person.
Ew.
I don't like the name of that.
Can I use a reaction against him?
Yeah, you can.
I want to use Counterspell against him.
Oh, good. Awesome. Oh. So yeah, how does Counterspell work then? You have to
So if I can see him casting a spell, if it's of 3rd level or lower, the spell fails.
Okay.
If it's 4th level or higher, then we make an ability check.
Yeah, it is a high level spell. It's a 5th level spell.
Make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level.
So you have to make a check.
I have to make it. Yeah.
You
so I just
DC 15 on this.
Yeah,
DC
boy.
15. Yeah, with charisma.
And that's just against my charisma. I just want to make sure I roll the right thing.
That's your spellcasting modifier.
Here we go.
Come on, Zaz.
Oh.
What was?
I don't know if you. I know some
didn't
of
see
you
it.
can see this roll.
For the listeners, what was it, Zaz?
Oh, that fails so horribly. That's a nat one.
A what? What was it?
A nat one.
Nat 1. Oh no.
For a 6.
For a 6.
You hate
A
to see
6. It has no effect.
And so it had no effect, and you see him cast this spell onto Barley, and Barley has to make a saving throw here. He still gets to
Barley,
save.
we gave it a shot.
Yeah.
You might be out of luck.
Come on, Barley, you can do it.
Oh boy.
Go Barley!
He rolled a 2. So,
Right.
So Barley relaxes.
Does that beat it?
And he does he beat it? And he turns and he looks and he brings out his pitchfork, and that is Arthritis's turn.
Whose turn is it now then?
I'm pulling it up because I got it all mixed up here for a second.
I think it's me next.
It is Malter. Yep, Malter's turn.
All right. Malter sees all that go on, and he's just unfair using a civilian against us. I wonder if vampires are afraid of anything. Am I within 30 feet of them?
You are, yeah.
All right, perfect. Well, then I'm going to cast Fear toward both of them, which is a 30-foot cone. You project a phantasmal image of a creature's worst fears. Each creature in a 30-foot cone must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or drop whatever it is holding and become frightened for the duration, which is 1 minute. While frightened by the spell, a creature must take the dash action and move away from you by the safest available route on each of its turns, unless there is nowhere to move. If the creature ends its turn in a location where it doesn't have line of sight on you, the creature must make a wisdom saving throw. On a successful save, the spell ends for the creature.
Okay.
So I am projecting their greatest fears at both of them, and they have to make a wisdom saving throw to see if they're frightened.
Okay, good. So
15 is the DC.
15, it's a wisdom saving throw?
Mm-hmm.
So Lord Ritus turns his head and he looks and he sees just the image of the sun directly looking at him, and he feels the heat, and it was an 8. He rolled an 8 on his check. And he fails.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
All right. And what about Barley? It hurts him too. It
Yep.
affects
And
both
so
of them.
Barley looks, and Barley, Barley's worst fear. Oh boy, what's Barley's worst fear? Barley
losing his family.
Yes, his family
His
dying.
family coming back inside.
Yeah. It's his, he sees his worst fear, which is his wife with her neck slit. It's very gruesome, but he does a wisdom save of 7 and fails. And so their next turn, they have to just sprint away.
They have to try to run from me as far away. They have to take a dash action to get away from me and try to break line of sight.
That's so good.
Basically.
Great. You see the fear in their eyes as you cast the spell. And Zaz, it is your turn unless you got anything else. But yeah, Zaz, you're up.
Okay. So they're not running yet.
No, I think it's on their turn.
No, not till their turn. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And they have to
then
drop
I will-
anything they were holding too if either of them had a weapon. So.
Okay.
Okay. How far? Well, they're right next to each other, and I would rather not hurt Barley.
Yeah. I mean, do we care?
There's a part of me.
Or we'll bring him back. It's fine.
There's a part of me that cares. In which case, no, but that would negate what you're doing. Okay. Yeah, then I will. No one's next to them, right?
No
We're
one
all
is.
kind of.
Yeah.
No
we're
one's
pretty
next
far
to them?
away. Yeah.
Yeah, then I'm going to cast Lightning Bolt as a 4th level spell. Just straight at him.
Good.
Just straight at him. I'm.
It's a.
But while they're right next to each other, and Lightning Bolt is it's 100 feet, and it's 5 feet wide. So if they're right next to each other, I'm gonna guess it's gonna.
I think that means it's a single target.
That just
or-
means it's a single target, I would think, right?
Yeah,
'Cause
I
each
think-
space is 5 feet. So
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be
Okay.
a single target.
So I can single out Ritus.
yeah.
Great.
Or you could single out
Great.
Barley, if you
if
really
you wanted.
Fuck you for bringing us here and making us stay up late and miss the evening news.
Oh my god, we're not gonna get the early bird special at the bar!
We're not. In which case, I don't know if this is gonna pay off, but we need Ritus to make a Dekks saving throw.
Arthur writes. Makes a Dekks save of a nat 20 for a 24.
Mother. All right, but he's
Unbelievable.
still gonna take some damage. He's gonna take some lightning damage. He's gonna take half of. Oh, those are not good. Half of 33.
Half 33.
16.
Okay, so yeah, 16 points of damage.
Mm-hmm. And
Not
it's
bad.
lightning. I don't know how it doesn't do anything, but yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah, he takes 16 points of damage and is looking very rough now. He takes that lightning and it toasts him pretty good. His eyes are wide.
Good.
He's got fear in his heart that is not beating. And
Question.
yeah, go ahead.
When he got struck, did he look like a skeleton for a second? Like
Yeah,
he was
just
being
for a
electrocuted in
split
the car?
second. It was
Then I yell out, I see the family resemblance now.
good.
oh, that was clever. That was clever. I'd like to use a bonus action as well.
Good.
And use another bardic inspiration. And this time I turn to Aura and I say, Aura, I feel like we may have. I feel like the word might be underestimated you. And you carried us and kept us alive. And I want to thank you. And now you're inspired because clearly that was a great inspirational speech. And just saying, add a
Shocking.
D10 to anything you want. Well, an ability, an attack, or saving.
Cool. Yeah. Unexpected. All right. I'll take
Good.
it.
It is your turn,
That
Aura.
was really
I
was
mean-
really beautiful, Zaz. That was
I
beautiful.
will say you were the last to get the bardic inspiration. But
Yeah.
Cool. That kind of takes
Oh, I
it,
hope
but
it
it's
takes-
fine.
good.
Consider that message from all of us. Like we all said that nice thing.
Yeah. Sure. Okay. So, this is a large room,
Yeah,
correct?
that's pretty large.
like
Height wise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's well,
So
it's kind of
I-
like a crypt, so it's not as tall as the Great Fort, but it's like, I mean, it's still good 15. It's only like 15 feet high though. Like
All right,
we're
then-
like in a crypt. So
Okay, so I feel like Aura would know, but my call lightning spell, there's a 10-foot tall like cloud that gets called. Is this enough space for that or no?
do you have to be outside for that? I don't know if you do. But
I have to pick a spot where it is summoned, but like if there's not enough space for it, then it can't happen.
yes,
So
there would be
that's kind of up to-
enough space for this cloud to like form, like
Okay.
like above it. It's like just touching his hair, essentially.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
you know.
then I will summon the cloud, but it's a big cloud, like it's a 60-foot radius cloud.
Good. So it's most of the space
so it
of
just
this
basically
room
covers the whole area, I assume. But I want to pick the point where, because anything within a 5-foot radius gets affected, but I want to pick something where only he's getting affected, like maybe like a couple feet past where he is.
Okay, and not Barley? Is that...
I don't want to hit Barley.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Alright, so I call the lightning. I try and hit, him. So he has to make a Dekks saving throw of 17.
Okay. He does another nat 20, 24.
Oh,
this dude is dodging lightning bolts left and right.
Lightning is not it.
Alright, well...
Takes half damage at least, right?
Yeah, is it a half damage thing?
What's my location? Like, am I benefited from moving at all?
Does he take damage from the call lightning? Half damage?
Oh, he does do half damage. Okay, thank you. So, yeah. Give me 1 second. 9. Wait, hold on. What level was I thinking of this? I was thinking of this at 4th level. So that's 4. Okay. Oh, okay. That's pretty good. 12. So that'd be 16 halved.
Good. So 16 half damage, and the lightning bolt comes from the cloud forms. The lightning bolt strikes him, and it momentarily turns into the skeleton once again, and then poof, becomes mist. And you see the mist form around his body, and it whips through to the right of the room, to the left, and then it goes directly into the casket, the one where his father came out of. And Barley shakes his head, and he looks at you guys with his pitchfork in his hand, and he just drops the pitchfork, and combat is over.
Well, Barley is still afraid, so Barley drops the pitchfork and runs.
Oh, yeah, he does. You're right. He does. He sprints to the other side of the room. He is freaked out. He is so scared, and he even runs he's running to the direction of that casket, and he's in the back of the room, like against the wall, like looking.
I would end the spell, but unfortunately fear is also concentration, which means when I cast it, beast sense ended, and I can't see what the hell's even happening anymore in front of me, so
Gotcha.
I don't know where it is.
Wow.
Big flash of light and you got nothing.
So he is just gasping for air. He is just freaked out.
Did we win? Is it over?
I mean, he poofed. He's in the crypt. I feel like we should stake him.
That's a good idea.
Dekks is gonna pick up Barley's pitchfork and just snap it over his good knee.
Hell yeah.
So that he's just got a jagged stake with the wooden handle.
Good.
And start hobbling over to the casket where he went into.
I'm not gonna have you roll for that because that's just what happens. So you walk over and you look into the casket, and you do see Lord Ritus's figure now resting on his back and clearly out, but he is there.
Gonna wait for the
group to come
crew
around.
to all assemble and just kind of look at the 3 others. Just be like, well, there's a chance that this one had a pissed off little kid somewhere. Maybe in 20 years he comes around trying to kill us all, but maybe by then we've had our retirement, lived out our golden years, and we won't even be around. So, well, it was fun doing this again, and Aura, why don't you do the honors for keeping us all alive?
Really?
I think
I got to do it. I got to do it last time. Let's be real. I've staked plenty of these fools.
I'm pretty sure it was me who killed him last time. I remember. I shot him right through the heart.
No, mate. We staked them. This was the whole thing. There's no way.
But you can
I'm
use
fairly certain I banished him. Just poofed him to a different plane.
That's not even a permanent
I'm
solution.
just saying, arrows are wood. Wood and arrow goes through vampire heart. Boom, done. There's no need for stakes.
Well, he's
I'm
here
sorry.
now.
Or
He
this
came
is
back.
your moment. I'm sorry. We'll decide which of us has killed the most vampires later. We'll let you have this one. You get your first.
Oh, you'll let me? Oh, cool.
I whack
Thanks.
Malter with the stake
Yeah.
and just head it to Aura.
I give Malter the dirtiest stink eye.
I don't see it.
But I do shoot Dekks a genuine like we're cool kind of look as I take the stake and just stick it
You put
right
the
in
stake
him.
on his chest, like over his heart, and like he's got a suit
Yep.
on, and you feel like there's something like kind of blocking it for a second. So you like reach into his breast pocket and you take out like this small journal, and on the front of the journal it just has written "The Fountain of Youth" on it.
Okay.
What's that say?
I crack it open.
You look and you see like notes and like detailed notes and findings and like a small map and maybe even a location for this fountain as you're briefly kind of like flipping through it.
Okay. I don't say anything yet. I stick it in my pocket.
Great.
And then I stake him.
And you are able to stake him. Probably should have you roll just an attack roll, just a flat roll, just so you don't roll a nat 1 here. It's pretty
Sure,
easy.
sure.
Use your bardic inspiration.
Use your bardic inspiration.
After all
Sure,
this,
why not?
if you miss.
Okay, well that's a natural 19.
Okay,
so.
great.
Oh!
So you stake Lord Ritus through the heart, and he becomes poof, the mist and dust and settles, and Arthuritis and his father, Lord Ritus, are both dead.
Is Barley still in the room? Like, can we see him?
Yeah, he's freaking out.
He's huddled in the corner.
Yeah, he's like rocking back and forth. Like,
Okay, because I've kind of lost the thread a little bit. Who is he scared of?
no, he's I guess the concentration spell, right? Or no,
But
you
they
said
have to run from me. He is just fright. It only lasts for a minute, so I think at this point we can say a minute has
I
passed.
think he's
All
like
right.
a little
Off.
freaked
Yeah.
out still, so he's not like
Okay.
you know, but just kind of like on the floor, like what's happening. So
All right.
and he
All right. So he like Marley. What? What?
Barley.
what's- Malter, not Marley. Malter. Can you like? Can he chill? Can it be cool?
The spell's over. I don't know what he's being a little puss about over
All
there.
right. I walk over to Barley. And just like, hey, it's okay. It's all taken care of.
it's done.
It's done. We'll
It
get you back
wasn't.
to
It
the
wasn't
family.
real. It was just a projection.
Oh, my wife.
We don't hold anything against you. They were holding your family. You had no other choice. I mean, what were you gonna do? So
He stands up, but he said, I didn't know what to do. They had my family, and Lord Arthur Ritus told me to go get you guys, and he would let them go. And I'm sorry. I would have done the same thing again, though. I don't know what to say.
I don't hold it against you. I mean, it was your family on the line, and we can take care of ourselves. So
Clearly,
Oh,
he
worked
wasn't
out.
a problem for us. So yeah, I mean, he was gonna come and try to kill us either way. At least you brought us all together to him. Made it easy for us.
Did you do the reunion? Like you did the whole thing?
Did I do what? The
reunion?
No, I
We
didn't.
got the invite. Who gave us the
Yeah,
I was
okay.
camping with my family. We were camping, and they.
Arthur said
and
it.
we've
And
heard-
Arthur
we've
said
heard
he
this.
pretended to be the guy Bill, but only Malta met Bill, but he didn't see him. So maybe his whole plan. Arthur was an
No.
idiot. That's all I'll say.
You had all
All right.
seen Bill like wave from the kitchen, you know, and so But
that guy who hangs out in the bathroom, the attendant?
And Barley says, my family was taken. He knew that you guys would be at this bar at this time, and sent me there for you.
I just tap Barley on the shoulder. I'm like, you know what? Take a minute, collect yourself. Just go sit down over there in the corner. We've got something we have to do for a minute. But just settle down, all right? It'll be okay.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. And so it's over. Would you guys are you ready to leave the castle and kind of close out? Any last things here?
Aura would like to cast Zone of Truth.
What?
Just for, we're done. This is just for her.
I don't like this. I don't like where this is going.
We've all made mistakes in our past, okay? I don't know what we're...
Honestly, be careful what questions you ask Zos. It's up to you if you want to find out the truth.
I do not want to know the answers to many things.
Well, before
about
you
this.
all even have to do anything, you have to make a wisdom saving throw. So
Wisdom save. Let's go.
Not even
I'm going to use my bardic inspiration on this.
Gonna go ahead.
It is a spell, so I have advantage on this.
Oh.
All right, is a 32 good enough to beat your spell casting?
yeah.
I used my bardic inspiration because I don't have any other reason for it. So.
With a 19, I think I pass, but I'll just willingly fail.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not hiding anything anyway.
I used my bardic and got a 5 on it too.
All right, Zaz.
I rolled a 17.
Oh.
Well,
because I have advantage.
Does she know if we pass or not?
I have really high insight, just in general.
The spell, the caster knows who passes and who fails.
Yeah, so you all passed.
Okay.
But willingly failed, right? Like a couple willingly failed, right? I think that's allowed.
Sure.
That's allowed.
I'll just say I'll willingly fail for this too, but or did you mean to heal us and you did the wrong spell?
our outdated tough guy, our tough guy persona, we try to pass that save so hard, and then we realize we are friends. We can tell the truth.
Yeah. We'll tell the truth.
It's fine.
So so Zaz, what did you do? Did you willingly fail or no? Probably not. I would know. I'm the spellcaster.
The spellcaster knows.
You do know.
You could, if you want to message her privately.
Yeah, do you want to just text me?
And say whether or not.
I passed.
All right.
That's for the best for everyone involved.
Barley's like, what is this? What did you do to me? What is this? Is a magic? Is a spell?
I honestly don't. You just do your thing over there. It's fine.
Okay. All right. I'll do that.
I just need to know. Did you guys ever care that I was healing you all the time? Did you ever feel like I was an equal part of the group?
It's literally all we've talked about for 24 hours. How much we want that healing. How much we must appreciate it. You don't feel desired and your healing is appreciated?
That's
all we want.
Expressed.
We love it.
It was never expressed that it was that it was a good thing. It was just taken for granted, I felt like.
Or we needed the healing, because we were throwing ourselves in the line of fire, but that was back then when that was just how our dynamic worked. And now look at you got armor, the big sword, it's heavy. I don't think I could lift that one. And now we don't need to, fall on our swords as much because you handled everything better than we could. Back then we were being, call us outdated and old and whatever, but we stuck up for a lady, right? But now we kind of see that you can handle yourself, and maybe old habits die hard, and if I have to tell the truth right now, I used second wind and recovered 13 points of healing just now, so I'm fine.
I will admit that in my youth, I may have been a little bit more reckless and taken the healing a bit for granted, but it was never a reflection on you as a person. It's just, do you take my arrows for granted? You know, I gotta shoot stuff. That's what I do. It just felt like that was the vibe that you were going for.
I took your eyesight for granted, I'll tell you that.
Just felt like the damage was taken as more of a contribution. You know what I mean?
Aura, when someone offers you a wonderful bottle of wine, you ask them for another wonderful bottle of wine out of appreciation for the original bottle of wine. Us asking for healing is telling you that you are wanted and you are loved. And that's the end of that.
Do you ever thank anybody for the wonderful bottle of wine?
As I'm drinking it. That drinking is the thanks.
See, I don't think drinking is the thanks.
Receiving your healing is the thanks.
I don't see. That's where I think our lines got crossed.
I think it might be fair that we need to express our feelings and our emotions a bit more and not just assume that everyone knows how we feel.
Yeah, that's really my point. And I appreciate this. I appreciate getting, the final blow. But, it's just okay.
Malter,
I feel like
Malter, wake up. Wake up for this. Or's doing another speech.
Aura, I swear to God, it's not you. It's just so we've been at this for so long. Do they always go this long?
Zaz, I can hear. I can hear what you're saying. Another. I never give speeches. What do you mean another?
I remember a lot of speeches back in the day.
Look, let's be honest. I got one bad knee. I'd have two bad knees and a bad arm and a bad elbow and a bad neck if it weren't for you healing us all those times. There's no way I'd be able to.
So many diseases.
Zoz would be dead, let's be real. He's died 3 times.
Be dead.
It's true.
We're all alive standing here because of you.
All right. Well, thank you. Dekks specifically, you other two are still kind of in the, I don't know. But thank you, Dekks.
I feel I was very appreciative and open.
I compared you to a bottle of wine.
You know what? You're right. Malter, Zaz, you're really the only one kind of still, I don't know. We'll see how that goes.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Classic let's get back. I'm tired.
Okay. Good.
Come on, pals.
Barley's like, he's at the door. He's like, I don't want to go out there without you guys. You guys are ready to go. So
quit being so sensitive and get on with it. Let's go.
Come on. You're a hero now, Barley. You helped us kill the vampire. Come on, you gotta act tough now.
I don't have a pitchfork, so I don't know how to fight anything. So, but okay.
I'll tell you one thing: a pitchfork is not the weapon of choice to fight anything to begin with, buddy.
There's better weapons than a pitchfork.
Maybe for a bale of hay that someone's animated.
Works great for the bale of hays that I.
Yeah.
Works great for them. So.
I hand him my hand axe.
Wonderful. Great.
I'll give him a dagger, too. Fuck it.
A dagger?
Here you go, buddy.
Thank you very much.
Take that.
Thank you.
I throw him a light crossbow. I never use that.
Wow. Thanks,
You had this the whole time? I could have used this.
I take it.
I
specifically did not give it to
you.
And I sign my name and I give it to him.
Wonderful.
You're going to want to, buddy, you're going to want to keep that. That's going to be worth something. You know,
right.
He
tries to find a pocket. He does find his breast pocket, tucks that piece of paper in and has to take out some hunk of tobacco and put it in a different pocket. Yeah, but he tucks it away and thank you very much. Let's he's just holding all this crap now in his arms and all right, let's go. And so you guys walk out. Are you guys just briefly, do you kind of just head out and like trying to get out of the castle? Are you like wanting to look and loot? I could do like a montage thing if anybody wanted to like loot, or if you guys are really just wanting to leave. But
I think we're tired, and we didn't even get to eat back at the tavern.
Yeah,
I
I'm ready
paid
to go.
for tea. Did I ever drink it? I hope I can get a refund on that, right?
on the way out of the castle, you do see there's like a like a coat hanger near the door that you didn't necessarily like pay attention to before, with all the vampire spawn and hellhounds and things. But there is a nice looking cloak like on there, and it is a unique looking piece. And so if anybody wanted to swipe that on the way out, they could grab that if anybody cared. But
there's no way I
Zaz is tuning his loot.
yeah,
We got
so
I take it and start wiping blood off of me. It's like the only clean fabric in this gross castle, and I'm just like, I'll notice it later. I fold it over my shoulder,
Gotcha.
but yeah.
So Zaz and the three pals leave the castle of Lord Arthuritis, return to Pudgy's pub to let Tesserae know that she likely wouldn't be seeing Bill anymore. They settle down in bed. You know, it's kind of too late to I don't think you guys are wanting any more drinks or anything, but she does have lodging available for you. Oh, Zaz maybe does.
always.
Always.
There's always room for more wine.
So Zaz sits
Glass
down
of
in the
warm
pod.
milk for bed.
I think everybody else goes to bed,
Yeah.
or after a proper meal is given to them, and all four of you are pleased that once again that you have been called heroes. And so back in the Talltale Tavern, sucking out of the story, out of the story, the man with the mustache. The brown mustache finishes his story, and that was how Zaz and three pals saved my family and my father. And all is quiet in the tavern for a moment. Then the rustling of pages is heard from every bookshelf lining the edges of this bar. Soon, papers from around the room start swirling rapidly through the air, between chairs, under tables, coalescing in the center into a small, leather-bound book that is floating in the center of the tavern. Each paper flying through the air makes it one by one into the book. The air is quiet once again as golden letters engrave themselves on the cover, and the title Diselderly Conduct is clearly seen. The book gracefully floats and makes its way to one of the bookshelves lining the wall and finds its place among the stories. And this concludes our first adventure in the Talltale Tavern.
Woo!
Thanks to all the players this month, Tyler, Brooke, Bones, and Scott. Their socials can be found in the description. If you want to see the video of the episode, it will be up on our YouTube, and that will be made right now. Currently, I don't have anything to tell you what the title of the YouTube is, but it's probably gonna be Talltale Tavern or something. And we're gonna have socials like
Editing exists. We can add all this later when these things do exist.
I know. I don't
It'll
know
be
what
in
the
the
name
description.
is. So yeah, find us on our Instagram,
SEO
which
best
doesn't have a name
practices.
yet. So find us on all these things, and we will see what stories are yet to be told, and we will see you next time at the Talltale Tavern. Thank you and have a good night.